There we go. Should be all set up now. So I'd like to welcome everybody in advance of them showing up. Perry Ann, how you doing? Justin is in the link. Anybody like to join up at the top of the chat? We have the link to join. And you can join one of two ways, either with both video and audio, or you can leave the video off and just talk to us. I know it's Sunday evening and there's probably a lot of people out doing things or the I've been okay. I was in the hospital for a week, but I'm doing better now. So ships are starting to roll a little bit, not as much as I would have hoped, but um, they're moving a little somewhat. Captain Henry Jackman is upbound just north of St. Clair. And its eventual destination is Thunder Bay. So that should be coming by here through here shortly. I would say within 40, 45 minutes. Well, that's I kind of planned on that, Perry Ann, but if I don't have anybody here that can run the channel while I'm there, then no. But if I do get somebody on the panel that can handle it for half an hour or so and watch over it, yes. The as you can see, it's pretty nice and clear down there. Oh, here comes Justin now.
Oh,
Hey, Justin, how are you doing?
not good.
Anything new and exciting since I saw you last?
Nah.
Yeah, I left Laura's stream and fed Mia and did a couple of things around the house I needed to do, and then by the time I get here and get everything set up and squared away, then it's time to go live. You know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
Garth Flood, how you doing?
Where the hell did my Zoom go? Oh, there it is.
The
What's up, Perry? Brian, how's it going?
and Garth is here in the chat.
What are you trying to go get? A ship?
Yeah, there's a ship coming up, but it's still about 40, 45 minutes away, so it's coming up. It's just north of the St. Clair, so
Yeah, okay.
doing 10 knots, but it's headed for Thunder Bay, which is way up. And it has to go through the locks up there and then go into Lake Superior and over to Thunder Bay.
There we go.
Traffic. Any traffic thing.
Saginaw, County traffic, go ahead.
Good evening. 20-minute notice for departing the North Lip, bound for Detroit, the Old Rouge, Dug Island, Coke Dock. Invalid, deep draft, 18'6".
Roger, Saginaw, you basically be heading Jackman outbound in the river, but they'll be headed into Shell. There's no other traffic in your area.
Okay, they just reporting, Perry Ann, that the Henry Jackson is gonna be putting into Shell for fuel, so we won't be getting it.
What's up, Laura? So it's not coming?
Well, it's coming, but south of me is all of the fuel docks, all of the refineries, and that's where they pull into to get fueled up.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them are pulling in to get fueled up because they, sat all for the last couple of months, probably running generators or whatever. Barry Ann's gonna be up at Sault Ste. Marie on Thursday. The Saginaw Perry Ann is going to be going, just checked in. It's going to be pulling out of the North Dock and Sarnia, and it's going to be going downbound headed for Detroit. The Saginaw is an oldie. Built in the 50s, I think.
It's like the things that ship is saying, huh?
Yeah, it's still going, but
Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, that is gross. Look at this.
what the hell is that?
Freedom Franks uncured beef wieners flavored with vanilla, fruit punch, and blue raspberry. The hell?
Wow.
Like they could have made them the colors of like 4th of July or something, but putting flavoring in there, oh, gross. That just does not look good.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look exciting at all. Not at all. Here, I'll show you what's going on down here at the river. Here's the Jackman. It's going to be putting in like one of these fuel docks here. And the Jackman is a bigger one.
Brian said it must take hours to fill up. I'm kind of wondering how long it does take to fill up one of those boats.
Usually 8 to 12 hours.
To fill one up?
Yeah. Well, not fill it up. It's just its fuel tanks.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder how long it takes to fill the
6
fuel
to 8
tanks.
hours.
Jesus, that's still a long time.
Let me see if I can't. How am I going to do this? I'm going to go back out of here. I'm going to stop share.
All right, Perry, those hot dogs look disgusting. Like the color already threw me off, but then you add in flavor. Well, that's like when they came out with that. What was it? The purple ketchup.
Yeah,
I remember that. Like I just, as much as I knew it tasted like regular ketchup, I did not want to try it. Yeah, it is a long time to fill up. Yeah, you think they just hook a massive hose to that thing? You think it'd be filling just like an hour or so.
It takes a while.
So the boat you were waiting on is actually pulling in to get fuel.
Yes.
So you won't be able to see it in 45 minutes. So it's going to be like tomorrow then or later
Yeah,
tonight, huh?
yeah, late tonight or tomorrow. Yep. I won't go down there at really late at night, but because it's still friggin' cold. It's only 37 degrees here.
It is 72 right now.
Wow. I wish. Let me see if I can't pull up the Saginaw. Okay, the Saginaw must be up here somewhere.
That the only ship coming down right now, or you got some
Oh,
another
yeah,
one?
that one just called. Yeah, it's right there. It's the outer ship, right there. It's going to back down out of there onto the St. Clair River. Then it's going to be heading downbound for Detroit. Here's a tanker here. The Iverbright
What's up, Joel?
is down here fueling up. It's probably going to be heading downbound as well. But these are fuel docks here. I don't know which one is Shell. Let me see if it tells me which one is Shell. Let me go to a satellite view. And it doesn't tell me which one is the Shell dock.
I don't know how many gallons one of those holds.
Oh, lots. Lots and lots.
Probably like 150 grand every time they got to fill up.
Yep.
Something
So that
ridiculous.
tank right there probably's got 10,000 gallons or whatever.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, it could be more than that.
That's pretty.
Right. And here's the tank there, a good sized one. Look at all of these tanks.
What the hell is that on the river right there? Oh, a little boat.
Yeah, it's a small boat that got caught in the picture.
Look like a damn big ass octopus going through the water.
Let me go
What you up
back,
to, Joe?
light map and stop share.
Looks like some airlines are refusing to fly Boeing planes at the moment.
Yeah, they've got quite a dilemma going on there for sure. And it's going to affect their production. Somewhere along the line, it's going to end up costing the passengers.
That's the thing. It's not like they have much to choose from because Boeing's about 70% of the aircraft manufacturing. They don't have much of a choice. I mean, not unless all of a sudden all these companies just go to one manufacturer and just blow them up with a bunch of money at one time.
Right. Or place a lot of orders for something, but
Is this the thing? Is that they keep having those fucking doors and shit blowing off of their planes. I think they've had two of it happen already.
well, and you notice every once in a while you'll get somebody will, of course, there's cameras everywhere, but you'll see wheels and tires falling off planes and take off, or definitely they need to step up their maintenance.
It says flyers trying to avoid Boeing planes turning to prayer and anti-anxiety medication. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just never know, do you? Well, it comes down to when it's your time, it's your time. I don't care what you could be standing on a street corner waiting for a cab or driving your own car and somebody smacks you, and you
That's
just
the
never
thing.
you never know.
If you're that afraid to get on a plane because of that,
Take a train.
well, I'm saying, yeah, you might as well not even fly if you're gonna have a fucking panic attack on the plane.
Yeah.
What's up, cool cat?
Cool cat. Now, didn't Captain Joe said he had a banquet to go to tonight?
I don't remember offhand him saying that, but
I think what he mentioned was he had to get a whole bunch of pictures ready for a banquet that one of the teams was having or whatever.
I must have missed that conversation. I don't remember him saying that.
I could be wrong.
No, you could be right. I may have missed that part of the conversation earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet tonight. Who's on later tonight? Well, you got Uncle Bill at 10 o'clock, right?
It'd be Wedging Big at 8 and then him at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
And at 10, okay.
Well, Florida just signed a bill that says if you're a squatter, you get evicted immediately by the police. You cannot, there is no legal recourse for you. You're just out.
Well, that's been a big issue, getting squatters out of vacant properties. Like if you had your grandmother died and you had a house and they moved in, sometimes it took up to 90 days to 6 months to get them out of the house.
Some states like California should take a year and a half. Ridiculous, but especially if they had kids.
Yep.
What's up, Tim?
Mr. Tim. Time is it over there? Would be
No, it's morning time over there. He'd be on his way getting ready for work or on his way to work.
Okay.
Or he's at work already. That cool cat said, no, my luck, I'd be on the train and get hit by a Boeing aircraft.
Yeah, you just never know when it's your time,
Yeah, it's 7 in the morning there, so Tim's already at work.
Yeah, he's been working some long shifts.
Yeah, 10, 12-hour days.
Good thing Laura sent that little llama doll. Keeps the kitty cat busy.
Well, what's funny was Tim thought there was something in it like a week ago and he was fucking with it, and it turned out there was a little pouch of catnip in her. Oh, you went in late today, Tim. You usually don't you get there like 5 in the morning?
Yeah, he got there at 6:15 this morning.
What is this? Texas County declares state of emergency ahead of America's total solar eclipse in April. What? What for?
I see they got NCAA basketball on every channel. And I don't mind basketball, but I don't sit and follow that stuff.
That's what they did, a state of emergency, because some of the towns where the eclipse will be viewed from is expected to double in population, so they're just doing it. They're doing it for emergency funds so they can deal with the influx of people.
It's not because of any natural, well, it's a natural thing, but it's more or less a safety issue.
No, why? They're all just gonna do is sit outside your bedroom meowing, Tim. Any which way, you're screwed, bro. Just deal with it. So it looks like Chick-fil-A is going to all natural chicken, so their chickens aren't going to be allowed to have any antibiotics of any kind in them.
Well, I saw an ad for KFC was doing like a chicken pizza that was had chicken bits and pizza sauce and cheese over top.
Yeah, somebody said something about that about a week or so ago on one of the live shows. I looked it up. Yeah, I can't remember who said that. Somebody mentioned a chicken pizza at KFC. Oh, I think it was TJ. Said something about it. You wanted to go try it. Ah, Joel, speeding limit challenge. How's it going? Speed limit
Speedy limit.
challenger. See what else is in the news right now.
Tim Jackson take it off her couple of hours before bed. Okay.
Oh, new FBI figures are in, and says that anywhere in the country where Americans were allowed to stock up on guns, crime has fallen. Wonder why. You know what's funny was the news was giving Florida a bunch of shit about going to constitutional as far as carrying without a concealed weapons permit you could carry.
Yeah.
And it turned out that their predictions were actually opposite. Crime started falling even more in some places. It looks like Arkansas sent they have now dispatched their National Guard to Texas as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bunch of states have done that. Florida did that, and then they sent like 200 state troopers down there to help too, to help out their police down there.
Well, they got a hell of a mess down there in the border, and thanks to Dippy Joe Biden.
And all these states are stepping up, sending their troops down there.
Hey, there's Dominic in the dark.
What's up, Dominic?
Give me a second.
And here comes Tim in the light.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
Howdy, can you
You
hear me?
turned your camera off, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I'm
Yeah.
at work.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can just leave your camera on
No, I don't.
rather than having a black screen.
Can you all hear me all right?
Yep. Here you good.
All right.
Did you see what Laura put in the chat? She says, just take the little llama away from your kitty cat at bedtime.
You send me a picture.
That ain't gonna work. She'll find it. Just locking the door to the bedroom. Meowing won't wake me up.
Well,
Her
what you
jumping
do is
all over the bed will.
you take it out and take it out in the kitchen and put it in the microwave. That shuts, doesn't it?
Uh,
I don't
Cool
have a
cat.
microwave.
Cool Cat told Joe, he said, blame Matt, so I'm told. They're in the chat blaming Matt for everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just life in general. They're like, it's Matt's fault.
Well, usually is. We'll blame Matt for everything. I'll blame Matt for the catnip.
Oh, looks like Joe sent a picture of his dinner.
Ooh,
I think that's what he just sent me. Not sure.
is that shrimp and everything in there? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like shrimp, noodles, chicken with, I'm assuming, some kind of hot sauce he doesn't need. Looks
Po'
like
boy?
And what I don't know what kind of burger that is, but
no, it's some kind of burger with looks like barbecue sauce and other sauce he doesn't need.
That's a po' boy, right? Po' boy?
No, it's not a po. Po' boy looks like a sub. That's just noodles with shrimp on top.
like it's just regular noodles, or do you think it's got a little bit of cheese on it,
Looks like some kind of cheesy noodle,
like
maybe.
a macaroni and cheese type of thing with that stuff on top?
Might be a smash burger. Never know.
Yeah, that's his dinner at the banquet that he went to. So he did go to a banquet.
Oh, yeah.
Laura says Tim stopped blaming me for the cat now.
Stop blaming her for the cat. What?
Yeah, for the cat.
Yeah,
going-
you're gonna start blaming Matt for it. What's up, Mark?
Yep.
Jody, how's it going?
Hey,
Matt's
Mark
fault.
White, how you doing?
Everything is Matt's fault.
Is that your theory for the day?
No, that's what everybody in the chat said, blaming him for stuff.
Right. It's pretty good.
And there's Kelsey driving with Sarah. She said she'd never do it again because Sarah's nerves
Oh,
were
really?
shot from it. There's Kelsey
That
driving.
bad, huh?
Oh, it's, Sarah can barely drive herself. So, I mean,
Oh, damn.
I told her yesterday, I said, I'm taking her driving because you're not that great of a driver.
Wow.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I know she walked behind there and ready to smack your ass.
She just heard it. Thank you.
Yeah, you better get a higher partition, man. Like, the door on that bitch.
No, I didn't have a problem with her. Like I said, her main issue was she was just trying to take corners way too fucking wide.
Henry Jackson, sorry,
Yeah.
But she did good coming up to like speed bumps and stuff. She slowed down, let the car roll over him, and then she gave it some gas. So she didn't do too bad.
You get her to parallel park yet?
No, I'm just trying to get her the fundamentals of using the pedals and steering. And then we'll work on some of that after. But no,
Just
she's
go
good.
to go to an empty car lot or a parking lot and just do parallel parking there. Put 2 cones up and tell her not to hit the cones.
Oh, that's where we went to. We went to the mall because the mall's pretty much 90% of the mall doesn't have any stores in it. So like there's huge parking lots with nobody in it. So
Yeah.
we went to the mall and we did circles around the little cement islands in the middle.
How did she do?
She didn't do too bad. We did circles around those. And then there's a main 2-lane road that goes around the whole outskirts of the mall all the way around
Yeah.
it. So we got on that. We did a couple circles around there. And she practiced, and because
Well,
it's almost like
Sounds to me like you got her under control. Hello,
yeah.
Mark.
Hi.
What's up?
Hey,
Well, the
Mark.
2-lane road that goes around the mall, it kind of simulates a 2-lane highway,
Right.
but it's not. And there's a little bit of traffic of some cars coming through there, so it's not too much.
Did she get nervous around other cars?
No, not really. She didn't really seem nervous at all. So But she, like I said, she seemed to be she did really good on the brake and the gas. There was a couple times she like pressed the gas kind of hard and we took off pretty quick. But
Yeah.
We did.
but
Now,
other
can she
than
stay
that,
at the, can she
Do
stay
what?
at the same speed for a little while?
yeah, she did pretty good at that. Like I said, her
Good.
main issue was just she whenever she would go around a corner, she would turn really wide, and I'm like, you got to cut it sharp. Like you can't
Yeah.
be cutting all wide because you're going to go into the. If you do that, you'll go into oncoming lanes if you're cutting
Yeah.
out too wide.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but other than
Get
that,
some
she did
traffic
pretty good.
cones. Get some traffic cones and set them up in the parking lot. Teach her that way too. Parallel parking, so forth.
But we're kind of working with her a little bit each weekend. So,
That's
or I
good.
should say, I'm doing it because now Sarah doesn't want to do it no more. So,
We almost hit the mailboxes.
Yeah,
Oh,
got to do it
shit.
at weekend because Sarah has the car all week.
She almost hit the mailboxes. Is that what I heard?
no.
I thought that's what I heard. Sarah
No,
say. She
that
almost
was on Mark's end. Somebody was talking.
okay.
No, it wasn't on my end,
Pretty
unless
sure
it was
Justin.
me talking.
No, she didn't say nothing about the mailbox. What?
I could touch a mailbox.
Oh,
Yeah, see?
well, you probably
can't hear
were
me 'cause
driving
you got your
then.
headphones. You got your headphones on. Yeah, man.
Headphones.
Oh shit! Yeah, hit him! Hit him!
Hit him good, Sarah. Hit him good.
Yeah.
Hit him again!
Mhm.
Yeah, damn. So it's going to rain all week here, Don.
Oh, okay. No, we're gonna hit 30
Don't encourage him.
during the week.
Yeah,
Which
we're
is
hitting
unreal.
30, 31, but it's all raining
Yeah.
all week. So you know what that means, right? Thunderstorms.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a good one.
Yeah, sucks at work though.
Now you have to work whether it's rain or shine, right, Tim?
That's correct. Yep.
So what do you have, a regular rain suit you wear in the rain?
Usually a rain jacket, but I forgot mine today at the house. It's like I'm getting wet. Well, whenever I got to turn on the lights and turn them off, all that shit.
So you don't
Okay,
have
see you,
those, they're
Laura.
not controlled remotely?
Yeah, it's a remote,
Not
but I
too
gotta
bad,
get
it's
out of
not
the
too
car
bad.
when
Oh, I
gotta
thought maybe
turn
you
it.
had a remote. You just sat in the car and pushed buttons.
Now I gotta get out because they usually run the red light, so I gotta make sure they don't.
So they're not very respectful about what you're doing.
They don't give a fuck about us. Nobody does. We're a joke to everybody.
Yeah, they don't care about you until they meet something coming the other way that's on green.
Yeah, well, the only people that respect what we do is if their kids are a traffic controller, or their husband is, or their wife is.
Hmm.
Other than that, nah, they don't give a fuck. They don't care.
Hmm.
The police, they don't even enforce job sites. They don't give a fuck either. I love it when I see the school buses coming through in 60 and a 40, but we got to do 40 in the school. So
Mm.
it's kind of hilarious. Oh well. That's why they get paid so much better in every other state. We're the lowest.
Yeah, move down here.
Yeah, I moved down
Traffic
there.
control will
Probably,
get 120 grand.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
probably buy it.
lollipop.
I could probably buy a house down there.
Well, Dominic could probably get you into a rental.
No, because Melbourne is so great. We have a rental crisis down here because everybody wants to come down to Melbourne.
Oh.
I don't like cities. I can't do the city thing.
Hmm.
And I've been to Melbourne. A lot of people down there.
Yeah, hell of a lot of people. And to go out into the sticks, it's a good hour, hour and a half before you get into an area like where you are. Probably an hour.
Yeah, I can't.
Up to King Lake. King Lake,
What's that
King
one
Lake,
place?
that area is nice.
I think it was Sydney, but the town Shepparton.
Now, Shepparton's
Hallam.
in Victoria. It's in the same
Okay.
direction. King Lake's in the same direction as Shepparton, but Shepparton's about another hour on top of that.
That was a nice place. I like that place.
Yeah. You know, Shep is a good place, yeah.
Mm.
Range before the Shepparton. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
Uh,
There's a well, that's a really nice area anyway, up the border, Albury, Wodonga,
yeah,
Wagga Wagga. But Wagga Wagga's on the New South Wales
Wagga
side.
Wagga?
Yeah,
Wagga
Wagga
Wagga's
Wagga.
on that
WAGA, WAGGA, WAGGA, Wagga Wagga.
Wagga Wagga Wagga.
Yeah,
Yep.
it can be. You can just say Wagga anyway. You don't have to say the two of them. You just say you're from Wagga.
Oh, they have some strange names in Australia, even stranger than some of the American ones.
Oh shit! You
Oh,
want to
yeah.
talk about strange
yeah.
ones? I could talk for 20 minutes about it.
Uh-huh. You know, we got a Stonehenge in Queensland.
Yep,
Well, we've got Stonehenge here.
you got the original
Yeah.
Stonehenge. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the original one. We have it.
yeah. 'Cause
It's
there's the one in there's the one in Queensland. Then we've got. Oh, don't get me started on the names because I'll just rattle them off. But yeah, there's.
our Stonehenge is west of Hewitt,
Mm,
going into the eyes of the back road.
yeah. Then we've got.
We've got about
Well, we've got one. We've got a couple of really good ones near me. We got Poowong. It's a
Poowong,
it's in
We've got-
Victoria. Yeah.
Okay,
We've
Laura, hope you're feeling better.
we've got Piddle Trentide.
We've got. What was? I wrote a few of them down the other day. So there are some really strange ones. Oh, what was the one? There's that one in Tasmania. There's one in Tasmania called the Knob or something. What was it?
We've got one that's called, it's spelled Harwick, which you would think would be easy to say as Harwick, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Except for the fact that it's pronounced Hoik.
What?
Pronounced what?
Hoik.
Hoik?
Well, we've got
Yeah.
We've got one Berwick.
That's Berwick.
It's Berwick. Yeah, you'd know because most of our names are stolen
Yeah,
from
we've
the
got Berwick on Tweed.
yeah. Berwick is
We
a
got a
You don't
little
pronounce-
town. We got a little town up by Landsborough called Bald Knob. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
trying to oh.
I guess Cool Cat Cobbler's Knob.
I mean, we've got Lower Peover. and Higher over, except it's pronounced Piva.
We got a
Yeah,
town
the
in Brisbane called-
the other thing we do well is, see, the trouble is we've got West Melbourne, we've got North Melbourne, we've got East Melbourne, we've got South Melbourne. But once you get out of the inner suburbs, the direction of it, like east whatever, it reverts to being the word after it. So once you get out to, say, we don't have West Collingwood, it's Collingwood West rather than West Melbourne.
Yeah.
I put the direction in after it rather than before it. Rather than calling it Melbourne North, it's North Melbourne. But once you get further out of the suburbs,
We've got like that as well. We've got a place called Haverford West.
Yeah,
And it
they
used
got
to be-
camera speed. They got speed cameras every 500 meters.
Yeah.
That shat me going into there.
Yeah. I just don't understand why they would chuck the things after it rather than before it. Because as I said, you've got, because we've got a queue over here as well. And instead of being East Queue, it's now Queue East. They changed all the names about 20 years ago. They reversed everything, which is,
Wonder how much money that costs the taxpayers.
believe me, they love spending.
18 signs. Yeah.
Our councils love spending money on useless shit.
Cool Cat
Absolutely
said we got
useless.
London, which is actually pronounced shithole.
Yeah, it actually sounds like Sydney as well.
That's funny.
We've got a place here
Yeah.
called Tintwistle, except it's pronounced Tinsel.
Tinsel.
Tell them about
Mm.
Blacktown in Sydney, Dominic. That's a good place,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you see this ship is slowly moving backwards. It's backing out of that slip,
Hmm.
and it's gonna turn around and go downriver.
You know, going filming it.
No, I could go down there, but I got to drive down there, but it is an older ship. I'm kind of half tempted to go down there, but
Is it not near you yet then? Is that a different camera?
yeah, that's a camera from on top of the convention center. Anybody can watch it 24 hours a day. You go to Stream Time Live. It's 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
How
but it's
far is it
further
from
away
you?
from the bridge though.
This is south of the bridge, about a mile and a half.
Right.
I'd have to go downtown Port Huron in order to see it.
You got to remember, a mile to Paul is like going 30 miles for one of us.
Yeah.
It's too far.
Yep.
Well, if it's only a mile away, he could actually go to his normal parking space and fly down the river.
Yeah, I could. That'd be too
Yeah.
easy.
Oh my god. Take your meds.
No, I haven't had my ice cream yet.
No,
take
his
your
round,
medication.
his round of meds is over. They only gave him a week's worth.
Yeah, I'm done with my meds.
Radio.
Yeah, it was just a series of antibiotics, wasn't it? Just a course of
Yeah.
antibiotics.
Alright.
Yeah, normal.
Here's a map that shows you kind of like where I am. My house is right here. That's my house right there. And I have to drive all the way down here in order to get that ship down here.
Wow. that's far.
That's a long ways, isn't it?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
About a mile or a mile and a half.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's much too far. That's about as far as from me to. Ooh,
Yeah, I'd have to come downtown here, make a
The shops.
left-hand turn and come over here and park right about there.
Well, in Paul's case, it's really, does he really want that ship bad enough or not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'd like to get it. It's the Saginaw. It's one of the oldest ships on the Great Lakes.
it's
Calling
also
your name,
because
Paul.
it's doing a different maneuver than he usually films. So
Are you
Right.
eating or not? Or are you not ready to eat? You're not going to eat till like 10 o'clock.
What?
You're going to eat?
Yes, when I get up and make it.
Well, you haven't made it yet. Like, get in the kitchen, bitch. Put that apron on, Justin.
I don't know, guys. You think I should go down and get it?
No, I think
Oh,
you
Don't get it.
should.
It's calling your name.
if you
Calling
want
your
to,
name.
Paul,
Oh.
yeah.
I think you should, since you didn't get that one earlier because it had to pull over to get fuel. Why not?
Go. Go.
If I,
Yeah,
if,
we're
yeah,
not
but by the time I
responsible.
get down there, it'll be out in the river.
So
Okay.
what?
Oh,
Chase it.
heaven's sake.
You act like these things are moving like freaking Formula One cars through the river.
Hmm.
Come on now.
They move
Go.
the way you drive.
I could run
Hurry up.
faster than those ships.
Yeah, and it's a Sunday, so there shouldn't be a lot of traffic down there.
There you go. Go.
Sunday night.
Sunday tea time. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Now he's going.
There you go. All right.
Yes. We're not responsible if anything goes wrong.
Yeah. Nope.
Wait till he leaves before you say that.
Oh.
Oh, when you
Hey, you guys telling me not to go?
No,
No,
we're
No,
saying
we're
go.
saying go. 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 God damn it. Get your ass out that door, boy.
if ice cream is considered real food, Dusty, then probably yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
ice cream.
Of course, ice cream is real food.
Mark, you stop it.
Yeah, it's good for you. It's cream, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good for you.
Calcium in it.
Nothing but sugar. Here, have more. You know.
And it's even better when it's with Boston cream pies.
Justin, if Mia starts
Exactly.
barking, you go ahead and mute it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
What was his credit card attached to Amazon? What was that? Alexa, play Cashmere by Led Zeppelin.
Here's Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. Amazon Music.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, except for you probably picked a song that's like heavily copyrighted.
Yeah, bro.
Plus, it's
Well,
going to make.
If
It's
it,
probably
if it
going
starts to play it,
to worry Mia.
if it starts to play, just mute.
It is playing. Alexa,
It
stop.
is?
Can't hear it. Ah,
Alexa,
Oh,
stop.
I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it.
I could barely
I
hear
could-
it.
I
You
could
got
barely hear it. Yeah. It's good.
Oh, Alexa, self-destruct.
5, 4, 3.
Wait, hold. Shh.
Commanding if you dramatically cancel it at the last second. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
What did it go? Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went.
Move sooner next time.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
What made Van Gogh such a good friend? He was willing to lend an ear.
Dave, come here.
Alexa, set an alarm for 12 a.m.
Oh, don't be rotten.
Alarm set for midnight tomorrow.
Mind you, he'll still be on. What's it? Live stream. Oh no, it's midnight my time, not midnight your time.
Yeah. No, midnight my time is about 14 hours away.
I'm gonna go make my plate now.
Yeah, I know, but Paul would still be on live stream at midnight my time.
Yeah,
But
because
at midnight his time, that'll be 4 a.m.
yeah.
here.
Well, midnight my time.
It'll be
is
11 a.m.
yeah. No, 9 a.m. Sorry.
No,
Yeah, 9 a.m.
Or-
my time. 9 a.m. my time or 8 a.m. Tim's.
Dusty said, "Hey, Cool Cat, Mark, Dominic, Justin, and Tim, and a rainbow at the end of Tim."
Oh, you can.
Hello, Alex.
He's talking about the PLA.
Alex Escato, hello.
Hey,
Alex.
Alex. I shouldn't have showed that PLA I bought.
Dusty.
You might want to tell Paul to cancel his alarm for 12 a.m. when he gets back.
You can tell it to cancel the alarm. Just say, Alexa, cancel
Cancel
alarm.
It's too
See you,
fun.
Frank.
though.
Say hello to Jody for us.
See you, Frank. Hey,
Hey,
Frank.
Jody.
Jody's been talking shit about you, Frank.
Yeah.
Yes, Alex, we are goofing around with his Alexa. I've
Yeah,
already
yeah.
ordered two. I've already ordered a couple new graphics card and some other things.
Wouldn't that be fucked up if you could do that? That'd be wild. Alexa,
Play-
order me a Porsche. 944.
I've never actually tried doing it like that. See if it just uses your card number and doesn't actually ask for anything else.
It does if
Yeah,
you
but you
connect it
wouldn't have
that
to-
way. But luckily
Yeah.
for us, Paul wouldn't be able to figure that out anyway.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, because you need your CCV number too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can set
Yeah.
it up for quick buys like that.
under
So I said,
100 maybe.
But you got to be careful though, because people can actually do that though if you're not careful.
But that's for
Mm.
purchases only under 100. Nothing above 100.
Well, it probably depends on your bank. I don't know.
100's still bad enough.
Yeah, 100 is bad enough. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Because there was a kid that ordered a new Xbox and his mom found out he ordered it off the Alexa. So,
Oh, really? Damn. I know my kid used to run up the phone bill when Christmas time, where you could call Santa.
Mm.
That was unreal. $800 phone bill I had one time.
Oh my God.
He was not allowed to use the phone ever again unless I was there.
Mm.
Crazy.
I remember when kids used to do that back in the early 2000s because it wasn't unlimited talk and text, and you would, after you would use up your 10,000 text messages that were shared between 4 phones, it was like 10 or 15 cents a text, and that shit.
Yeah.
would-
Yeah, I think it was 15 cents. Yeah. Chad used to do that too.
When I was a kid, we didn't have mobile phones. We only had landlines.
We didn't have mobile either.
And they were the
70s.
rotary ones. So all it did was put a little lock on so you couldn't actually move the dial.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my mom had that. Yep. My first cell phone was a bag phone. that I put in the middle console of my Camaro. It was like
Mine,
a regular phone, but it was in a bag.
what was mine? Mine was it was a flip phone. Damn. Who the hell made it?
I had a Sprint phone. It was a flip phone that you could.
Sure
It was Nextel.
I'm sure it began
My-
with a G.
My boss got us like 4 of them and connected them all together so we could use them as walkie-talkies. And I
Yeah.
could be in upstate New York, and he would be back in Jersey. Just it beeps, and then you just talk to it like a walkie-talkie. Pretty cool.
That's good.
Then he got them CB radios with the he got a permit or something that you could just use a CB.
Yeah, but I mean, even CBs are limited with range.
I'll be
Well,
back in
this
like
went
10
all
minutes,
over.
guys.
Okay.
This CB, like you had to pay for the tower, but it would reach up to New York.
It worked through repeaters.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
you had
it's
to pay for that service monthly.
yeah, it was more like PMR
Yeah.
than CB.
All right, cut.
Yeah.
Ben Lavis, single vehicle.
How was my first? Sure, it began with a G. It was quite a chunky flip phone, but it still flipped. And you had 2 different thickness of batteries that you could put on, one that lasted longer than the other.
Oh, okay.
But that was analog back then as well.
Yeah.
And I guess it would have been sort of like late 80s, something like that. Then I got the tiny little Sony flip phone. Is it a P70 or something?
I had the Sprint flip. I brought it over here. I had it back in 2000.
They will request check
Two.
them as well.
2003. I still got the phone.
Yeah, cool.
I've still got my
I had
Sony. I don't think I've got my other one, but I've still got my little Sony. And I've still got my Nokia one. I've still got my Nokia 110.
Oh, the brick.
Yeah.
I had to pay that Sprint bill off when I was over here, so it costed me double. Fucking shit. Then I just canceled the service from over here. I could have still kept the phone, but just paid the bill, but it would have cost me double to pay the bill, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
With the exchange rate. Yeah.
That was when SIM cards were full-size credit cards.
Yeah, I remember that. That was my first, the Nokia, the brick. That was my first cell phone over here, 2003. I think.
I always kept it in the leather case as well, so it's actually looks like it's brand new still.
Yeah. Well, you had that little handle thing on it too, so you could keep it on your hand or wrist.
Well, we might only be here today and tomorrow.
Yeah, a few other Nokias after that. And then I think it was the iPhone 3 was the first iPhone I got. Yeah, the 3, 4, a 5, a 6, and I've got the 11 now. Hmm.
Dan,
You got-
be done with the slab tomorrow. There you go.
How big is it?
It's a big slab, but they need about 2 to 4 days for it to cure.
Good God.
So they're gonna leave it. That's all right. It's gonna be a 4-day week anyways because of Good Friday.
Yeah, it is. Do you not get Easter Monday off as well?
Yeah, we'll probably get Monday off too.
Mm,
But Good Friday is on Friday, so
yeah.
then the whole weekend with church and all that other good stuff.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's like my friend was saying, "Oh, you gonna buy the kids candy?" I was like, "No, that's not what it's about. It's about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna fucking buy kids candy."
Yeah.
I don't celebrate Easter like that. My kids knew that too. Y'all
Oh,
got Palm Sunday, all that stuff over there.
I celebrate Easter by buying myself chocolate.
I wonder how many Easter bunnies were in the when he died, and then 2 days came back together. Like when he resurrected, was there an Easter bunny around there somewhere? Doesn't make sense. Nothing to do with the damn Easter bunny. Cracks me up.
Okay, guys, I've got to head out. I've just been called away for something, so I'll catch up with you another time.
Must have got busy at the brothel,
Yeah, yeah,
All
no
right,
worries. Bye bye.
All right. See ya.
All right, Dominic.
Bye.
Where'd Justin go? Probably makes Sarah's dinner.
He said he'd be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Do
So
you have
he's
all
like-
that church stuff over there this weekend coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be the head altar server at our church, so Easter was a very full time. Everybody else was off, and all my mates that weren't Catholics, they were all off having fun. And I had to go to church on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We had it Tuesday and Thursdays too, I think.
Oh yeah, no, Wednesday. Was it
Wednesday?
By Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, and then Good Friday. Because there was a service. They didn't have mass on Friday. They had the service, didn't they? And the Last Supper, and then benediction.
Yeah. Well,
and
me
then
growing up Catholic,
Saturday was midnight mass.
Yeah, me growing up Catholic, we had the mass on Saturday night, and then Sunday, Bible study before, and then you had mass.
And we very rare that we had Sunday schools or anything like that.
Yeah.
If there were any, they were not the Catholics that had them. They were things like Methodists. They would have Sunday school.
And Lutheran. Yep.
Yeah.
That's when I started having Sunday school, when I was Lutheran, or a Lutheran church. And Methodist. I think we did Methodist for about 2 years. I don't know. Can't remember. Where I was born, Reading, Pennsylvania, we were full-blown Catholic there. That was a big thing in Reading, Pennsylvania. Everybody was, I think.
Well, the only thing I did that was Methodist was I was in the 4077 Trinity Methodist Cub Scout troop
Mhm.
because the Catholics didn't have a Cubs or Scouts at
Right.
the time.
Yeah. I liked it when it was in Methodist church because they had them get-togethers every Sunday morning. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
They've actually knocked the Methodist church down twice and rebuilt it in a different place. So it's in its third place now.
God. Must have not liked that place.
Mm,
The Lutheran church that I went in South Jersey, that's still there. That's what they tell me.
I don't know whether we've got any Lutherans, to be honest.
Uh,
I think we've got Wesleyans.
I wouldn't know about UK. I thought it was mostly Catholic.
And my mum was Catholic, but my dad was Church of England.
Okay.
But we were all, me, my brother, and my sister were all brought up Catholic.
Hmm. My brother, after he left home, he got with a Mormon lady, and he converted to Mormon.
I made the mistake of marrying a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh Lord! How much money did she have to give the church?
Nothing. She actually very rarely went, to be honest.
Well, you can't get blood. You can't get. Yeah.
I mean, she was brought up Catholic, but she changed
Okay.
to Jehovah's Witness. I mean, she was from the Seychelles. She was brought up there.
Yeah.
And she changed to Jehovah's Witness over there. But when she came over here with her first husband,
What happened to Dominic?
I don't think they went. He had to go.
He had to go and check on the brothel.
Going to get coffee?
Probably.
No, he said he got called away for something, so I don't know what it was.
Oh, he does have conferences too on private Zoom, shit like that.
I mean, what is it over there now? It's 10 o'clock here, so it's 9 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock there. It's 8 o'clock here.
See, Paul didn't make it back yet.
No,
not yet. But then again, it's a longer drive than he usually makes.
Well, all you had to do is say, do what you said, park in the same place and just fly from there.
Just like, I don't think Paul would trust himself to fly a mile away from himself.
In reality, you can. Oh, he was bragging one day about he flew 3 miles down the river.
He could have done it from his garden. He didn't even need to go to the river.
Oh, I know. He's only like a mile from the river anyway. He could just fly right from his backyard if he wanted to. And get every ship without even having to go down there.
I mean, I think most of my flights that I've done video in the area around here, I've taken off from my back garden. Because here, sub 250 grams, we can fly over urban areas.
Shit, I used to fly my Phantom 4 from my house on the back veranda all the way into Croy. That was 3 miles away, or 3 Ks away.
I think the furthest I can get, because of us having a lower power output than you, is about just short of half a mile.
Well, see, I flew over the forest, so I wouldn't go near any roads, no houses, no nothing. It was all paddock. So if I lost connection, it went down. wouldn't have to worry about it.
Oh, there was plenty times back in the day, dude. I took the Mini 2 over a couple miles out. No problem.
Oh, they'll do it.
Yeah,
They'll
but
do it.
I mean, like I said, we're on like a tenth of the power that you were on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are on that 2.4 or whatever.
No, it's still on the same frequencies. It's just that we're not allowed to use as much power. It's about 200 milliwatts or something.
Yeah, that's right. You guys' power output is as much as ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think ours
you-
is higher than yours.
You can use a full watt, can't you?
I don't know what the full.
Well,
I know
on
Australia's
FPV,
the
you
same
can-
as us.
FPV, you can use a full watt.
Australia's the same as us because when I sent those drones over to Matt, we didn't even think about that. And then him and Mike like spent a good 20 minutes trying to figure out whether they were on the same if they had the same level of power as we did because we were wondering whether it was going to work with his receiver or not, but it ended up working. So
He started it right up. He started it right up. So
they ended up figuring out that they were on the same one as us. So as far as
Yeah.
power output.
I know Australia have got stricter rules for flying than we have.
well, a little bit.
Lot,
We don't
a
have
lot
that
more,
strict. I mean,
a lot more restrictions, aren't there?
well, not really. I mean, it's mostly over here with the hobbyists. Just know your rules. That's it.
Mm.
You know. But there's not many rules.
Shit, if you want to fly professionally in Canada, you're supposed to have like cones and fucking
Oh yeah, you've got to have
grid.
what's
You gotta
it?
have all. You gotta have all the fucking charts with you and everything, like paper charts and all that. Granted, you're not gonna use any of that shit, but
You've got to do a practical flight exam as well, haven't you?
I think so. I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure they do.
Because I think they've been talking about introducing that into the States for the Part 107 as well.
I know you can get your European Union license pretty easy because a lot of the guys over here did it right
yeah,
online.
it is.
And before they went over there, a lot of them did it over here online.
Yeah, to get your operator ID, it's well, actually, to get your operator ID, all you do is pay the money.
I thought
So-
they had to take a little
that's
test
it.
too.
That's to get your flyer ID, which is to fly anything above 250 grams. And that's like a 40-question test that you can actually take online and look up the answers to it as you're doing it, because there's no time limit.
I have a feeling that the 107 is going to end up going online.
That's a bit like your trust test more than anything, but that lasts 5 years.
But I have a feeling that the 107 for your first time around, I have a feeling that it's going to end up going online.
Mm.
Because you can do your renewal online, but when you first take it, you have to go into a center. But those centers, there's not very many of them. You know, there's some people like if
Yeah.
if
There he is.
I'm back.
if Paul had to go take the 107 at the testing center, he'd have to go what, a couple hundred miles away. What didn't you say?
Well, the first time around, it was 90 miles one way, 90 miles back. Then they closed that testing center, and I would have had to go to Atlanta.
Good
But
God.
they put it online for renewal. So,
Atlanta, Georgia?
yeah,
Holy fuck, yeah, that's way far.
yeah.
Mm.
There's nothing else in any of the other states around you?
No, there wasn't. That was the closest I could find that would take Part 107 renewals. And then they put it online, so I didn't have to do it. I could just do it online.
So you got your footage?
Yes, I did. It's, just a minute.
Yeah, I
Was-
think eventually your first time around, they're gonna end up putting it online too at some point. But it'll probably be timed where you only get like a couple minutes per question or something. So you're not gonna have time to look the shit up. You're gonna have to just do it.
Mm.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that you couldn't have somebody sit down and do it for you too, you know?
Well, to get our A2 certificate of competence, the A2 CFC, which allows you to do more things with the heavier drones,
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay,
you can do.
there's,
Yeah.
it's not been edited. This is all raw.
Yeah, you can do it online, but they set up like a Zoom meeting, and you have to have two things: one so that you can do the thing online, and one so that an adjudicator can actually watch you on a video call doing it.
Yeah, it's like that's what they actually do during gaming competitions. You have to have one on you, one on your screen, and you have to have actually a camera facing your keyboard too.
Tomorrow in Port
So they can
Huron,
see
there will be lots of
what you're
clouds,
doing if you're
a high
using
of
cheat
55
menus and all that.
Fahrenheit and a low of 41 degrees.
Mhm. It does look an old one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Look at that big ass smokestack. That definitely looks like an old ship.
Yeah, back here is where the employees eat their meals back here. And
Mhm.
these are cabins for the employees. There's somebody walking on the deck.
Is
There's
that the
somebody
first?
there's somebody on deck right there, isn't it? Or is that a tie-up place? No,
Is
that's
that the first time you've ever got that one?
no, I've gotten this many times, but I try to get it as often as I can because you never know when they're going to scrap them, you know?
True.
This is downtown Port Huron. I had to go all the way downtown.
I can't believe
Uh-huh.
that thing's even still in the water. I think it's just like a rust bucket.
Well, the companies don't take good care of them. This is Upper Lakes Towing Limited.
You'd have thought they'd give it a lick of paint, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Cool cat. I just read what you put in the chat. America, fuck yeah, 1 watt power.
Oh yeah, Paul, you might want to cancel your alarm for 12 a.m.
My what?
Your alarm for 12 a.m. You might want to cancel that.
Well, you know, it's in this big clock up here, and I thought I did have it canceled because it doesn't show an alarm, but I
No,
don't know.
on Alexa.
No, Tim was fucking with your Alexa while you were gone.
Oh,
So just tell her to cancel the alarm.
Alexa, cancel alarms.
12 a.m. alarm canceled.
Thank you.
Tim was trying to wake you up in the middle of the night.
Good evening, Paul. Anytime. Literally.
I was gonna say call the alarm catnip.
So anyway, I think that turned out fairly well for being a last minute and shoot downtown.
Yeah, it looks good.
See?
Yeah, why not?
Paid off. See, paid off. There you
Now you got yourself a video for today.
go. Mm-hmm.
And it's thanks to Justin because Justin told me to go. Right, Justin?
Yeah, Dominic put a disclaimer out and said we're not responsible if you wreck your drone.
Yep.
My buddy Dominic put that in there?
Oh, crash the car. Yeah.
Ye of little faith, right?
Oh, we had every faith in you.
Yep.
I'm going to drop off for about 5 minutes. I've got to go and phone Kate back.
All right.
Okay.
Radio. patio. And there was 3.
Jody said, Paul, do it with AI, make it look like a pirate ship on the river. You know who you're talking to, right, Jody?
Yeah, right.
What's AI?
He has filmed a pirate ship once.
Oh yeah, yep. Every once in a while we get some sailing vessels up here, big ones. They go make the rounds.
I remember when you did that. Cool shit.
Let's see here.
Yeah, right after you left, I had it playing Cashmere by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Yep. Justin made it stop.
Can't take hey, Justin, you just can't take him anywhere, you know?
Nope,
Right.
nope. Well, Justin said self-destruct.
What?
Yeah, you can do self-destruct on her. You tell Alexa to self-destruct.
Yep. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's what it does. Where's Laura at? Did she go to bed?
Laura went to bed?
Said
Yes,
she had
she
a
did.
headache
She said she
earlier.
had a headache and she was going to bed.
You know, it fixed her headache, right? Catnip.
I don't know if that'd do it or not, but
No.
it's a thought.
That shit's like that's like heroin for cats.
Corey got 3rd place in his final whoop race for the season. Nice.
Oh, did he?
3rd? Nice. That's good.
Got 3rd place, and there was only 2 people racing.
Really?
No.
What? I was gonna say, how the fuck did that happen? Smart ass. 3rd place, only 2 people. He was just sitting there.
I'm in the chat, Tim, as I can't sleep because of my headache. Well, being on a phone ain't gonna help, Laura. You need to lay down and put a pillow over your head and sit in the dark.
Exactly.
Always keep
Bright
a
light.
keep a pillow over your head, and it's best to be in pitch black when you're got a bad headache.
Yep. My phone is gonna worsen it. Try some catnip. That might work.
Oh, you got 3rd out of 8 people. Hey, better than I would have got. Shit, I wouldn't even placed.
I would have got 10th. They would have started the race and I would still be binding my fucking radio.
I've only ever flown FPV once, so I probably wouldn't have done very well. Although I didn't do bad the first time, the one time I did do it. I actually didn't do that bad.
Yeah, I gotta get back to flying that Tiny Hawk.
Mr. Tiny Hawk, is that you?
I kind of wanted to get a Tiny Hawk set up just for playing
Really?
around with. But no, I don't want to get into back into drones, but I wouldn't mind having a little Tiny Hawk set up.
I would like to see how Serenity would react to the Tiny Hawk too.
Oh, you're either going to scare the shit out of her or she's going to give that drone a new asshole. One of the two.
Yeah, right. She loves to jump. She would get on her tree and then jump right straight to the fucking drone, I reckon.
Nope, didn't see no link, Laura.
Nope, I can't see the chat.
Yeah, Tim. Yeah, that's right, Corey. Tim would just end up building a beer bridge for you guys to go under the beer cans.
That's right. That's right. Yep. And you can't knock it down.
This Donald
Well, shit, if
Donaldson
we're
reference.
only working here today and tomorrow, I might take off Wednesday and Thursday. Sounds like an idea.
Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah, so I can go
How's the
Just,
weather supposed to be Wednesday and Thursday?
rainy.
Well,
But
you got
I like
rain coming for several days?
yep,
Oh, wow.
for the next 3 weeks, they're saying.
Hang on, I gotta see if Mia wants to come back in.
I might just get some doctor appointments taken care of, get blood checked. I got that heart check that I'm gonna fucking get done.
Come on, Mia. Come on. Hurry up. Come on. Mia, go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, go.
So what, Joe's not coming in? Jonathan's not in? What's going on?
Joe's at some banquet dinner for the school.
Is Jonathan in the chat?
No, I haven't seen him in there. Must be at least 30 or 40 pallets of tall boys.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
Oh my God, cool cat. That's funny as hell.
What?
Oh, that link he put in the chat. It was to a reference he kept saying, because he kept coming in the chat saying Donald Donaldson, and it was from a clip, but I thought he was giving Donald a fancy name, British name.
Mhm.
But it was referencing to a clip.
Cool Cat's not coming on the panel, eh?
Nah, he usually doesn't come on the night streams because his girlfriend's there, so he doesn't like being loud. So
Okay.
that's why he doesn't come on any of the later streams. Sometimes he'll come on the morning ones because it's the middle of the day. So
Alright, yeah.
I just want to know where he's taking us next. I want to go on another tour again. He needs to take us
yeah.
somewhere else. That was a
Find
cool
a
little
castle
tour.
close by. Find a castle close by. I love castles. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, dude. I would love to have an old castle and redo it as a house. Fuck yeah.
Hell
That'd
yeah.
be so
Hell
cool.
yeah. My buddy went to UK, came back with heaps of pictures for me. All the castles and shit. Beautiful.
Where did Dominic go?
Said he had
said he's
something to go
going
to.
somewhere for 10 minutes or something. He said he'll be back.
Riding the tram to go get coffee again, or what?
He never actually says what he's going to do. He just says, I got stuff to do. But he never actually tells you what he's going to do.
I think MI6 is calling him and gonna do a little
Well,
conference.
maybe he's a secret agent.
Oh, that's what I mean. MI6.
Yeah.
Yeah, first.
That's like Walsh Rob. You'll ask him, what are you printing over there? He goes, bits and pieces, but he'll never actually tell you what the hell he's printing. He'll just say bits and pieces.
Well, you don't want to come out and say, parts to a dildo, strap on, shit like that. You don't want to say that. I'll be right back.
Rob's lucky anyway. He's got the 2 weeks of quietness in the house. Told him, I said, bro, you better be living it up. Do something.
Yeah.
Him and his wife and his daughter went on that cruise for 2 weeks. So, or was it 3 weeks? It was 2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, they're going for. So.
3 weeks of quiet. But you know what? If you're used to having it, when you take it away, it's not everything you thought it was going to be. You're ready for it when it comes back again. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's just like when you want to get rid of your kids and then 2 days later you miss them.
Yep.
Yeah. Sarah does that every damn time the kids leave. She's like, I'm ready for these kids to leave. And then 2 days later, she's whining that she misses them.
Is she ready to give some more driving lessons?
No, she don't
Huh?
want to do it. She don't want to do no more driving lessons. I'll deal with that. We got to go in the morning though and go take the car in and see if they can fix that thing on the car. Hopefully we can just get it done tomorrow. Because it's nowhere
is that
near our
your-
house.
Your fuel cap.
Yeah. Well, it's a capless one, so I'm assuming it's some seal down in there. So
Yeah.
if it was just a gas cap, I'd just go buy one and replace it because it'd be like 10, 15 bucks for a new cap. They're not expensive, but we got one of those fancy capless ones. So
Yeah, one of my friends has got one of them. She didn't know what the hell to do about it.
Would you like to come in and do something
She said-
for me?
He's
No,
got
I
no
have
fuel cap. It's not supposed to have.
I'm letting them grow.
Why?
You want to do mine? No. Oh. Can you pay right now?
that's the only car I've ever had that actually had one of those.
Mm.
How much is
She's
it
got
now?
a Fiat Mini SUV.
I don't think it's working out.
Really?
I kind of look more grown up. I have to finish the running for Israel. No. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take it in there and see if they can look at that and see what the issue is with that. Hopefully it's a quick fix. So we're gonna
Yeah.
go there first thing in the morning and try to get in there early. Because it's nowhere near our house. CarMax is like a good 25, 30-minute drive. So
Uh-huh. So what will you do? Drop it off there and, well, you said they're giving you a loaner.
that's why I gotta wait till we get there and find out exactly what's
Mm.
going on. Because if it's something they can fix in a couple hours, then we'll just take it in, wait, have them fix it,
Yeah.
and drive back. If it's
Go
something that
find-
has to be overnight, then we're gonna have to figure something out.
What kind of car is it?
2013 Ford Edge. It's a SUV.
Fix or repair daily, right?
Do what?
The Ford,
Oh.
fix or repair
Oh.
daily.
Yeah.
No, I don't want another kid, Laura. No. Cut out.
Are you
Wonderful.
planning another kid? All right.
Fuck no. I want another kid. Drive me nuts as it is.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, it's weird. Fiat, they decided to make a mini SUV. So what did they base it on? The smallest car they actually do, the Fiat 500.
Oh, Fiat.
It's not like the population is getting smaller.
No.
Yeah, everybody said over here says stay away from Fiats. They're garbage.
Not anymore. They used to be. They used to rust like nothing else, but they've got their act together and they do decent cars now.
Because they are, Fiat's the one that bought out Dodge and Ram. They actually own Dodge, Ram, Jeep now over here in the US.
All right.
But I don't know. I was, if you ask a lot of mechanics over here, they always say don't buy Fiats. They don't like them. So I don't know what the deal is with those, but I've never had one. But
Well, Iveco was Fiat's truck division. I don't know whether you get Iveco over there.
I've never even heard of that. So probably not. Now we have like all the major foreign brands like VW, Honda, Toyota, like all those. Audi,
Yeah.
we have those.
Yeah, so German ones and what's it? Where are the other ones from?
All right, Laura.
Wasn't it Fiat that merged with
Japanese.
Ferrari to save their ass from going bankrupt?
I think they've
Uh,
got some. They've got some form of connection with Ferrari.
I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure they
entirely
merged, joined together. They joined together so Ferrari wouldn't go bankrupt.
I thought that
Pretty
was
sure.
Ford and Ferrari.
No,
No, it was
no.
Fiat.
Ford was trying, and then Fiat called them up, and they did a deal right away.
Well,
Fiat had the money to back them.
Fiat bought out Dodge, Jeep, and Ram over here. So they actually
Yeah.
own Mopar now over here.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, I think Ferrari went with Fiat because they're another Italian firm.
Right, and they had the money.
Oh, Fiat is Italian. I thought Fiat was French.
No, it's
No.
Italian.
No, it's an Italian brand.
Okay.
No,
But,
the
Ferrari-
French ones are Peugeot and Citroen.
Ferrari were only building like 10 cars, like per month. Fiat came in and merged with them, backed them with the money that he could make hundreds of Ferraris.
Mm.
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce went to BMW.
No, they actually. You'd be surprised. Rolls Royce actually is their main bread and butter isn't actually their cars. It's jet
Planes.
engines. And shit.
Yeah, jet engines.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rolls Royce jet engines.
A lot of U.S. jets use those. The military buys a lot of Rolls Royce engines. That's one of the few parts that are actually in U.S. jets that are foreign.
That's not American. Yeah.
Yeah. The F-100. I think it's the F-100 engine, the one the F-15 uses. I think that's Rolls Royce, if I'm not mistaken. Not all of them, not all the planes use them, but there's some of the U.S. military planes do use them. Audi owns Lamborghini. Audi makes some nice cars. I like that. They make some really nice cars.
And Volkswagen now own Bentley.
Volkswagen's got some nice cars too. I always wanted that Volkswagen Jetta from the 90s with the box. The box
Boxy
body.
Jetta?
Yeah, the boxy Jetta from the late 90s. I love those Jettas.
It was just a Volkswagen Golf with a boot on the back of it.
That was the one that they used in That was the one Jesse had in Fast and the Furious. I always wanted that car. I love the look of that car. When they're all decked out though for racing, they're really cool looking.
Well, they do the VR6 engine, which is a V6 engine that they put in it, a 3 litre. It's fast as fuck, that is.
He was putting in the paint today.
The undercoat.
Yeah, he was doing some wire brushing earlier when he was on Lawrence, and I don't know how much he's progressed since then, but he was doing that and he was getting ready to paint that undercoat on her.
Did he cut up the carpet yet?
I don't think so, no. It just sucks that he couldn't take that other carpet out in one piece because he could have easily used it as a template. Because
he did say that it didn't fit right. So
because that's the thing is you got a lot, like you think it's going to be easy to cut that carpet out, but there's a lot of
weird shapes,
and you got to cut around, and it's
Well, you'll make the template out of cardboard or something. That'll be all right, or parchment paper. I still think that it would look tough with that diamond plate.
Yeah, but diamond plate would also add a lot of weight to the car too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I guess you could get like a light aluminum diamond plate.
Yeah, you don't have to go with the quarter inch. You can always go with like 1/8.
Mm.
Well, we were just saying undercoat is an undercoat because it was going under the carpet. We're not being technical here, Donald.
What did he say?
He
What is
said
that?
it's POR 15, a bit different than undercoat. We just
Mm.
we were referring to it as undercoat as under the carpet, which you were painting
Right.
on.
It's not
Right.
even really classed as a paint, it's classed as a rust treatment.
Yeah. 407R, like K1430. What the fuck? Primer. Get it right. Fucking primer. Oh, God. That's funny.
It's not cheap.
Well, yeah, I can imagine trying to cut that carpet. It's not going to be the easiest thing to
No.
do.
Hell
Because,
no.
like I said, you got to really get around. You got all those different little curves and edges you got to line up and everything.
It's going to be
Yeah.
easier to carpet than it would be to cut checker plate. Plus, then having to fix it down somehow.
I was using that
Yeah,
Velcro.
In Velcro, but you couldn't fit checker plate down with Velcro.
Oh yeah. That you would have to use. You probably have to maybe tack weld. I don't even know.
Self tapper screws or
Or actually, you could do probably the best thing since the body's fiberglass. You'd have to probably rivets would be the best. Rivet it down.
body's fiberglass, but the floor pan's metal.
I think rivets would do really good for that if you were going to do it that way.
I think the floor pan is direct out of the Volkswagen Beetle, so it's just a metal floor pan.
My California moat was all rivet. Nothing but rivets.
You know the best thing about a Volkswagen? You can push start it.
I wrote,
You could pick it up too.
My uncle had one when he was a kid. Oh my God. I don't know how many times we went out and push started him.
Starter goes out on it.
Yeah, something.
you can push
Got
start
to
it.
pop the
Manual.
clutch.
Pop
Yeah,
the
you
clutch.
pop the clutch.
Yep. Push it. Pop the clutch. Yep. Exactly.
I did that a lot.
You
Let's
just
just
need
say it had issues.
Oh, there's Donald.
There
Yeah,
I
you
am.
can-
a couple of
Hey,
strong.
Yep,
Push
I'm
it.
just prepping right now to get ready to start painting. And what I'm gonna do is we have the tunnel and we have the two main pieces there.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is use that padding, but I'm gonna cut it in 3 pieces for the padding, one for the tunnel and one for each side. Now I can pull that back off and use that to build my template for the carpet.
Oh,
And
there
cut
you
it a
go.
little bit larger for the carpet, get it laid down, trim my edges.
When you
There
say
you go.
pad, bit of sound deadening.
Sound deadening is not really an issue for this thing.
Probably not. Yeah.
It'd be like putting on a beauty filter for Justin's camera. There's only so much it can do.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah, all that sound comes through that thin little roof you have on top of that thing. Huh?
Yeah. Soundproofing that shit.
That's
So
funny.
yeah.
I was watching Match Text before I came over here. Apparently that whole Specta whatever thing, it's DJI. They even they even traced it doing updates, and it goes back to DJI servers.
So
Really?
what
Did
was
it?
the whole?
And it's got module and some of the module names that it's trying to update still have DJI in it.
So
So
what was
it's
the point of
100.
it?
It's 100% DJI. It's probably God only knows what they're doing. If they're doing it to get around from the ban, this should just tell you that they're confident that
I
they're going to
think they're
get
just prepping.
that they're going to get
And
banned.
yeah,
Mm.
if they were doing it to get around the ban, they're kind of prepping for if it happens. And
They're still
if they
going
were
to get
to
banned.
come out and say that and say, hey, here's what we're doing, that would just let the American government know that, okay, they're doing this here, so let's go ahead and change
The reality of it is,
how we're
Don,
framing the law.
yeah, they'll just change. They'll just reframe it and ban them anyways. But what they're really doing is making the DoD wonder what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
It makes them look really suspicious
Oh yeah,
from a
that's
security
smart.
perspective, because yeah,
That's real smart. Let's
Uh-huh.
look sneaky right before they're about
exactly.
to do a ban.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying to tell people the security issue is real.
That's what a lot of companies are doing, is changing their name just to fucking save face. A lot of companies do that.
Well, there's a lot of companies in the tech industry that will white box their stuff, but this is not.
Yeah, this is different.
This is different. If they were white boxing it, they'd come out and announce it and say it and make it public and da 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 da. And here's the other piece that MatchTech brought up. You know, it's interesting. That Air 3 combination, one is a combination you can't get from DJI. You have to actually get the Flymore kit to get the RC Pro. And so this is not a Flymore kit, but it has the RC Pro. The other piece of it is that is dead giveaway that it's DJI. It's got DJI's P1 OcuSync chip on the board. Literally, literally theirs. So, you know, DJI's hands is all over it. So whatever.
You mean the RC2, not the RC Pro?
Correct. The RC2. Sorry. Yes, correct.
But a lot of people
And the other reason they released it, right? The other reason they released it that way, they're not releasing an RC1 into, because then they'd have to release an app, which they don't want to do. So by having the RC2, they could direct update that thing and not have to release other stuff and blah blah blah. I.e., make it sneakier.
The RC1 will only do OcuSync 3, it won't do 4. The RC2 does 4.
Yeah, I know. You know, the reality of it is, though, it's backwards compatible. Whether they add it or not is purely a marketing decision.
It'll work, but it won't have the same capabilities. That's all.
Yeah, so what? It's still 30 dBm. It's still 1 watt. It's limited to that. It's limited to that signal strength. There's only so many freaking antennas and receivers that you can keep shoving on drones to get an extra kilometer out of it before you just gotta physically run out of range.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know what they're gonna do with an OcuSync 5.
I mean, it don't make all that much difference, really, because, yeah, okay, you've got the video range of 20 miles, but to actually fly 20 miles and back on a full battery is going to be impossible.
Yeah, pretty much. Until we get some of the new solid state stuff that's happening for EVs over on the drone side. But anyways, that drone, out and out, they've taken it apart, out and out. It's got the exact same board numbers, got the exact same chip numbers on the chips. It's theirs. They've just they changed the name. That's it. Everything else is utterly identical.
I think they were saying that the Air 3 batteries don't actually go in the Spectre.
Oh, the batteries go in. They changed the firmware so it marks it as incompatible. It is no different than what HP, Canon, and all those bastards do when you stick a print a print cartridge in that's not theirs and they
Mhm.
throw a fit. That's all
Yep.
they did. It's the
They did
same
firmware just to kill
crap.
it.
Yep. Firmware to kill it. It's the exact same.
Well,
thing.
firmware to enable theirs and kill
Yes.
everything else.
Yes.
Mm.
So that's all that issue is. It's the battery plug-in. It just the firmware won't let you. That's all.
I must admit, I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
God.
bought an actual Epson cartridge for my Epson printer. I've always bought third-party ones.
But you know what? But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Those companies done that crap for freaking forever. So
Mhm.
all I'll say is they're just going to make the U.S. government that much more suspicious of them.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Mm. I think it's more a question of the security risk is feasible, not that they're actually doing it.
Well, that's what I keep trying to tell people because I worked in that group the last 5 years of my military career. It's not about, and this is the point I've been trying to get across to everybody. It's not about what they're doing today. If they were doing some of the crap that the politicians are throwing out today, we'd have done throwing them out of the country. If that was actually going on right now, they done would have banned them. They would have blocked their IP addresses. They would have shut them down at all the firewalls coming into the US. They literally would have kicked their asses out already. End of story. It is not about exactly what's happening today. It's about what they could put in that software and push an update
Mm.
and what that software could do.
Yeah.
And if you want a really good article, in fact, I sent it to Johnny today. You know, the Chinese are doing the exact same thing to us.
Mm. I mean, as it stands
Um,
now, the information that the drones send out are absolutely useless to anybody, really.
no, that's not true.
It
It's
tells
not
you
true.
where the drone's going, but that's about it. I mean,
That's not true. I'll give you a really good example. There's two things, and this is just me theorizing and what I could do if I was writing the software on their crap.
mhm.
Everybody initially when this talk was coming down, oh, why would they want my pictures? They don't want your fucking pictures. What was that balloon doing that flew over the US? What was that balloon doing?
I don't know. They
Surveillance.
never
Signals,
actually-
Probably,
signals intelligence. That's what it was doing.
uh-huh.
So it's got a GPS on it. Hey, what else does it have on it? Has a receiver on it. You know, that thing could be collecting bandwidths, trying to find out what bands that the military
being
is
used in
using in
certain
what
areas,
in
yeah.
what location. You know how fucking valuable that is? You want to know something else? What else is on that damn drone? Wi-Fi. Hey, what if it finds every freaking open Wi-Fi on the government side and starts mapping? If you're a bad guy, what's the one thing you want? You want a network map. So
Mm.
Mark, the danger is
Yeah.
shit like that showing up in the software. They want to
that's-
use it for signal intelligence as nothing to do with photos.
Mm. Yeah, that's true.
Nothing.
That is fit. That is possible.
And it would be super duper easy to drop that in there, push that update, and voila. Now
Well,
you have
a lot of people are assuming because it hasn't happened that it's not an issue. That's
yeah, well, that's a
that's the
bad thing. If
argument
we go
you
to
hear.
war, a lot of bad things are going to happen.
You know, I have never had my house broken into, but I still lock the doors.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here, let me share this. Let me share this article with you. This came out today. So China's going to block Intel, AMD, and Windows off of all government computers over there.
Yeah,
Mm.
because they want
Well,
total control over their own
We're doing
stuff.
it to drones. They're doing it to the tech world. Now, you might go, why the fuck are they doing it? I'll give you the answer to why the fuck they're doing it. Snowden. This is the part that the fallout from the Snowden thing was this. The NSA was hoarding back doors that they weren't telling these companies so that they could use them if we went to war with them. So China knows that we know what some of those back doors are. So their option is get rid of that software. Same thing with us and the drones. It's not really about the drones per se, it's about the software and who controls the software. It's the exact same damn argument, and it's both sides are right, because I can tell you we've been fighting a cyber war with each other for more than 20 years.
And it is far bigger than our little tiny drones.
It's far, the issue is way bigger than these little fucking little
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
drones.
But that's a problem, is the drone community is only looking at it from the drone
Yeah,
perspective.
I get it.
And they think that by them complaining to some senators and
They don't
stuff,
care.
like it's gonna
And
make
that's
a
why
difference.
I
With
keep
what
on getting
they
this
know-
conflated
with
with the
what they
TikTok
know-
stuff.
With what they know, Congress is not going to change their mind. End of story.
Yeah,
What
I
were you
keep getting this
saying, Donald?
conflated with the TikTok stuff because it is the same thing.
TikTok is the exact same thing. It's software controlled from China. End of story. That's what it's about.
What's up, Jim? Jim's in the chat looking a little gray there, Paul.
Is he?
Yeah.
And in the case of TikTok, they know
Okay.
they're collecting.
I'll cue him up.
It's Jim's that.
But China don't own TikTok.
Jim Dolan.
And they're the type, hey, you know, in your 20s, what do you tend to do on social media? You tend to be an idiot, right? I
Yeah.
guarantee you happen to be the person that's going to be running for US president in 30 or 40 years. I guarantee you they're going to dig out info off of that TikTok and use that shit against you.
China don't own TikTok. It's not owned by China.
CCP controls everything that is in any company that's in China, no matter
It's
what.
owned by Tencent. That's a Chinese company.
Yeah, exactly.
Google it more.
I thought it was ByteDance.
Well, it's either Tencent or ByteDance. But those are both
Which is
Chinese
Chinese held.
company.
Which is Chinese held. And in China, the CCP can tell a company to do anything, and they have no choice but to do it. Because if they don't, literally they'll take them outside the building and probably shoot them.
That's ByteDance.
They'll go to a firing squad. They've literally
I very much doubt they'll shoot them, but they might put them in.
So,
they've had a couple of billionaires that disappeared because they sent them to re-education camps.
Hey,
Because they
Jim
said something
Dolan
the
is
CCP
now
didn't like.
blue.
ByteDance is a parent company that is owned by founders and Chinese investors, other global investors. But its headquarters is in Beijing.
Anyways, Chinese companies can't say no. End of story.
Well,
Just
I
the
see it this
way
way.
it works over there.
Kids will miss TikTok, adults will miss the drones, and the Chinese miss out on stupid updates by Microsoft. I know which one I had one.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that, David.
So, what operating system will China use?
They have their own.
Microsoft.
They've had their own. They've had their own for a while.
Yeah, micro hard. It'll be a rip off of Windows.
No. They've been building
Right there.
their own. They've been building their own. It's a variation of like Linux. Is what they started with their core. So yeah, they've been doing it. They've also built their own chips. They're not as good as what we have, but they have them. So anyways, their fear of us is legitimate, and our fear of them is legitimate, and it should be. As a guy who works in the tech industry, fuck yes, we're going to go at each other's throats. We're doing it every day right now. You just don't know it. I was in that group.
Plug in my phone.
Oh, throw the Russians in there too, and the North Koreans. The North Koreans actually have a pretty good hacker group. That's how they've been funding shit. A lot of the cryptocurrency crap was Eastern European and North Korean.
The Russians' technology leaves nearly every other country in the world behind.
So,
Nah,
uh,
they just
I
have
think
some good
Russia
hacking
and
groups.
India are your biggest threats.
so the name of it, the name of their version, what they would like their equivalent to Windows is Nikilian. I can't fucking pronounce it. I'll put it in the chat.
Is it better
But
than
it's
Microsoft?
I
it's
think
their
it's a
own
variation. Yeah, I think it's a variation of Linux is what they started with.
but that's the name of it right there. That's their homegrown version OS of.
But is it better than Microsoft? And
It
can they use
spies much better on their citizens. It stores and tells the government and spies on them much better. So yeah, it's a much better.
Neo
Well, tell
Kylan.
me I've got nothing to hide.
Neokylin, yeah, something like that.
Mm.
But that's the name of it. That's their version of Windows, what they've been trying to build, that they're working on.
Imagine you send a private message and then the police show up. That's what happens with over there.
Yeah.
If you talk about it and you want to know how the hell the police found out, it's because your computer was telling on you the entire time. It's crazy.
Do you think they're not spying on what you're computing right now through Microsoft?
The answer to that is this. No. Are they
Yep.
collecting info? Yes. Can you stop them from collecting info? Yes, because you can go into your Microsoft account through the privacy policies and
Well,
you have
Rod, do you really have that much faith in Microsoft not being a double agent?
There is one
Double
easy
agent
way
for who?
to stop Microsoft
For
from
the US
collecting any
government.
information from your computer.
Do you honestly
Disconnect
think,
it from the internet.
what China does?
Go ahead, David. Your microphone's real low, David.
I said, do you think what the Chinese government are doing, spying through operating systems and software and that, the US government, the British government, the Russian government and all that are not doing?
Well, I mean, obviously, if you-
How the hell did the US know there was going to be an attack on Russia weeks before it happened?
I have an answer to that.
Okay, Rod, go ahead.
So as far as inside the software, no. So several years ago, something came out that scared the shit out of Facebook and Google. And that was the NSA was sitting on the core routers on level 3. So they literally had listening devices and were listening to everything that was coming in and out of the US. So that's how they know. They've literally set it up. They're using AI to inspect all that network traffic. They're not inside of Microsoft. They're not inside of Google. They're tapped in to all the
But
communication.
they are using security flaws in Microsoft to be able to listen.
Right, but that
There you
is
go. And
something
that's the thing
that
about the
is
software of
purely,
TikTok.
but that is purely from them discovering it and not telling those companies.
right, that was
That's
what he
what
was
fell-
going back
that
to the
was
Snowden leaks.
Snowden thing leak.
Yeah.
But the companies aren't working with the government. In China, the companies are working with the government. That's the difference.
But I
Yeah,
can
over-
tell you Microsoft is working with governments.
It is. And in the case of if they want something, and this is very well documented, if the government wants something about a person, they have to have a court order. Or we tell them to go fuck themselves, literally. And in fact,
Yeah,
to give
That's
you
the
an idea,
basis of our Data
to gi-
Protection Act.
to give you an idea of how far freaking Microsoft it goes in protecting privacy and data, for Germany enacted privacy rules that were even stricter than the GDPR. So what Microsoft did was they built data centers in Germany and then handed it over to German companies with German citizens. So if anybody comes to Microsoft and wants data from about a German citizen, they can go, nope, not ours. It's our stuff on all those servers.
Why do you think the
but
US
it's not
government-
owned, but it's not owned by us, so they can't legally force us to hand
Okay,
over
why do you think
that
the US
information.
government then are going after WhatsApp and Apple, Facebook and Apple, Meta? Why are they doing that? Because both of them provide encrypted security and won't let the government through the back door.
Right.
Yeah, Microsoft do let them through the back door.
Mm.
Right? There's nothing you can do.
So
You
does
can-
Tim.
You can file and AI will catch you. The government will catch you. If you're doing anything illegal on your computer.
Keep in mind, they're also inventorying IP addresses. So even if it's completely encrypted, if they see the communication going to a specific spot, they already kind of know. So they don't have to be inside.
You try installing uTorrent on your Windows computer.
I don't install anything like that.
It's a legitimate program.
TikTok's a legitimate program. It's still collecting info. So's Facebook. That one scares the shit out of me too. And Google.
The
As a
fact
pri-
that Facebook
as a
has
private-
ghost users that mimic you. They have a virtual version of you. Is kind of creepy.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the other thing about Facebook. When Europe passed the GDPR, you know what they did with their European stuff? They moved it to Africa so that they could avoid it. If that tells you anything about their ethics as a company. Microsoft built a data center and handed it over.
Really?
Which one's got the better ethics?
Yeah, Facebook has been sketchy from the beginning. Everybody
Yeah,
knows that.
Facebook is sketchy.
Super sketchy. I mean, look at the ads they allow on their fucking app. They outright allow scam ads all over their platform.
Yeah.
That anybody
Facebook's
with a
sketchy.
half a brain can look at and tell that it's a scam ad, but yet they allow it.
Yeah.
And they won't do anything
But
about
Facebook is
it,
sketchy.
reports it either.
You mean that video game that I saw isn't real?
Well, I'm saying, and look at the amount of just scamming that goes on there where people are
You
duplicating
mean those
people's
drones
accounts.
that cost $10 and they look just like a Phantom 4?
Right.
And you can shoot them with a shotgun and pour a bucket of water on them. They keep flying. That's not real.
But David, to go back to your original question, not without a court order.
You can. But the other thing is, everybody's forgetting one little thing. Your data equals money. And that's what they're all after.
Oh, obviously, that's been known for a long time.
I wouldn't say money. I would say it's more accurate to say your data is power.
And you
Well,
know,
For money.
this was going on before the computer age. You know, selling marketing lists has been going on for a really long time. So it's no different. It's just electronic now.
But I mean, yeah, Facebook has been just a scammy ass company from the beginning. Always have
All
been.
social media has been sketchy from the
Yeah, but Facebook's been like extra sketchy though, is what I'm saying. Like, out of all of them, Facebook's probably the worst.
I worked for a little company when I came out of college. I remember the marketing manager going, "Oh yeah, I spent $10,000 to buy a list, a marketing list." But that stuff goes that sales of data has been going on forever and ever. And
Well, yeah,
ever.
it's still going on. I mean,
But it
right
is
now-
true though. David's true, right though, about it being worth money because that's how they target certain ads towards you and stuff. That's why
yeah.
when you're talking about cat food, all of a sudden Facebook is flooded with cat food fucking ads.
Well, yeah, and you visit geo-targeting is a common tactic for advertising. You visit a trade show, or you visit somebody's business. their competitors are geo-targeting, putting a geofence around that business. And then they can start serving ads to anybody who visited that business. Then we also say, okay, they visited that business, we targeted that person. Then they visited our client's business. We call that a conversion. And you set up a conversion zone around your business. And if that person that you targeted shows up at your business, that's a conversion.
So here's a scary one for you. So Bike Week this year, Daytona actually hired a company to try to find out how many people came.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
They were collecting unique phone info.
Yeah, you walk in and it starts following your phone. Yeah.
Yeah. So they knew, and they put geozones around, and they knew which phones came into that geozone and which ones were phones that were not from here to come up with their numbers. So
yes,
you could literally walk her out to be giving your info away.
Absolutely.
So think about that. It's scary.
True, Jim.
That's well, the company I worked for, it was just your average advertising company, but those are tactics that we used for our clients.
100%
for digital advertising on a daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, your information is definitely worth money because then they can target certain ads and different things like that too. 100%. And you know, there's been some companies that have boasted that they know you better than you know yourself, just from their
That's what I was
algorithms.
saying.
Yeah.
Facebook has a virtual version of people, so they know when you're in the bathroom. They don't know it, but they know the virtual version of you would take a shit this time of day because you're active on that day. So their virtual version is built based off of your behaviors.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
They're a scary company. Seriously, privacy is not their job. Privacy is not really at the top of their list.
Oh, why do you think they got super pissed?
Neither is Google.
Well, that's why they got super pissed at who was it? Apple, because was it Apple or Android that told them they couldn't allow that you could choose whether you wanted Facebook to be able to run in the background and all that different shit, and then Facebook threw a big fit about it. I think it was Apple that did it.
Probably
and they were battling back and forth.
Yeah,
but the thing is Facebook really can't afford to piss off Google or Apple because where do 90% of people get their app from to access Facebook? From those two app stores. So if one of those app stores took their Facebook app off there, it completely fucked our company. They'd lose billions of dollars in revenue within probably a couple hours of that happening. So they can't really. So I would say Apple and Google pretty much have that on lock. I mean, if they want to go toe to toe with one of them, Facebook's going to be in a world of hurt. Pretty much anybody that's got apps on either one of those app stores. Epic was the only one that really stood up to Apple and told them to piss off when they took the Epic app off there for Fortnite. Remember when they made that big deal about Fortnite?
Yeah, why do you think the DOJ is suing Apple now over that same crap?
Epic pretty much was the only company that ever stood up to Apple and was like, fuck you.
Apple's probably going to lose this. Wow.
I don't know if Tim's still on here, but take a look, Tim. Here's where I'm at. Driver's side is painted.
What's good?
As Don will know, you could probably say Apple's going to lose this, but it'll probably be some settlement.
Oh, for sure.
Which allows them to go, hey, we didn't lose, but you know, the read the terms of the agreement. Yeah, they lost.
But all it takes is for a federal judge to also seal that so nobody can read it.
Mm-hmm.
How long does that take to dry, Donald?
It takes a few hours for this first dry, for this first coat. Then I need to rough it up and then hit it with a second coat, which will probably be tomorrow night.
I would have thought that you could have used any kind of paint for the second coat, because the first coat is the one that's treated the rust and it's already done it.
You technically probably can, but I think that this bonds to itself well. So I'm thinking that adding a second coat to this gives you just a extra
much
layer
better.
of
Mm.
coverage.
And that's your baby too. I mean, you're taking good care of it.
Well, I've got the can, which will do plenty of coats, so I might as well do it.
And he's fixing other jackasses fucking jerry rigging fuck ups they did on it too.
I'm not entirely fixing it. If I was really fixing this, I would have taken the shell off and taken a wire wheel to it. But
Yeah, but I'm saying the hack job that they did on some of that shit was really
yeah.
bad. Like
It's
when
just-
they did the hood and all that.
yeah, it's just, fix what you can. Make my goal is just to put it back better than how I found it.
Come on, it's a dune buggy. What do you think they did to it?
Well, you should have saw, like I said,
Oh, they did some. They
the-
took some big shortcuts, dude. That
I'm sure, no doubt. It doesn't surprise me.
Well, at
The
least
sil-
you're not putting like a Band-Aid on it. Do it
Right.
Proper.
yeah, the silicone job that they did on that was freaking
oh
horrendous.
god, yeah, that fucking silicone and rubber tubing instead of actually using welting.
Yeah, that was bad. That's the thing, is that silicone probably costs more than the welting did. The amount that they globbed on there, Jesus Christ, is like they
Yeah,
used like
I
10
mean-
tubes of it.
Just do it right first time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
love
my
when
goal is
somebody-
to just make this last
I'll
for the
say you gotta-
lifetime that I own it.
You gotta love when somebody spends more money doing it the wrong way than just spending less money and doing it the right way.
Mhm.
I've seen plenty of times where people have done that.
Well, sometimes it takes all it takes is more time. A lot of times. Just take a little bit more
Yes.
time and a little more care. And is this going to be a perfect job on my side? No. I'm not going to have this thing looking like a $20,000 dune buggy.
Mm.
If you did, it'd get ripped off.
I take it that the yellow isn't actually paint either, it's gel coat.
That is gel coat. That is correct. But I'm going to have to paint match it to cover up for a lot of the stuff that they've done. Like they cut a hole in the side of the fender over there to put an antenna in. And they've got other little weird holes in random spots that will have to be
Wow.
patched up.
Sounds like an FPV drone.
kind of just kind of half-ass it to get through. And so my job is just to make it, like I tell people, I don't have any illusions that it's going to be beautiful. In fact, I think a lot of the flaws that will still be here are just part of its character.
Sure.
You
Makes
know?
it unique.
Tidy.
It's got a history. My job is to improve just a little bit here and there. This hopefully will make this floor pan last an extra 10 years, which that might be all that I ever own it. So
Yeah, he's gonna Photoshop it and double the price.
I paid way too much for this vehicle.
See? Now you're really gonna Photoshop it and double the price.
But everybody who's heard me talk about it have already heard this story.
You're not trying to hide anything.
No,
No, obviously not.
I would not do what the person who stole this buggy did.
Oh, that made me nervous when he did that.
What?
Set that cup on top of the yellow.
It's actually on top of the gas tank.
Okay. It looked like it was up on the dash. I was like, oh God.
No, it shouldn't damage the gel coat anyway.
Oh,
No, I could wipe it up real quick and be good. So that's good.
Rather than paint it, they put down a pigment powder in the mold first before they put the fiberglass into it, and the fiberglass absorbs the color into it.
Yeah, but would that shit just wipe off if you were to spill it on her?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can wipe it up now. If I let it sit and cure, I probably couldn't.
it doesn't have the same weaknesses as paint.
The only question is, after you get it done, Don,
Yeah.
are you gonna need a helmet when you're driving it?
I
are
didn't
you-
need a
or
helmet
are you-
driving it last year.
Or are you just gonna baby it?
No, I didn't need a helmet when I drove it last year.
No, he's just doing little down the road cruising.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. This is not for running.
You're not gonna
up and
go
down
out and
sand
tear it
dunes and
up.
Stuff.
You're not going to go out and tear the neighborhood up, right?
No.
It's probably about a 55-mile-an-hour top speed thing.
Yes, the transmission in this would not handle overpowering the engine. I believe that transmission in this is still the stock 1962 transmission.
So is the top speed only 55 on there, or could that get up on a highway?
Oh no, I've gotten
do
up to
70?
around 70. I've gotten
Okay.
it around 70.
You just don't want to push it hard, like.
You get it around 70 and the front end starts coming off the ground, you have almost no steering because it's so light up there unless you have a full
Right.
tank of gas.
Not put a spoiler on the front.
I mean, I think originally, when it was a Beetle, its top speed would probably be definitely lower than 80.
The well,
Yeah, that'd be sketchy as shit on the.
No, Justin.
I was gonna say that'd be sketchy as shit. The front end coming up while you're driving down.
there
the
is the
highway.
original speedometer.
So wait
Okay.
a minute, it's
90.
manual, isn't it? It's manual.
It shows
right?
90.
It's
Is
like
it
a
manual?
4 speed.
Tim said.
It wouldn't get to 90.
Yeah, it wouldn't get there.
Yeah. Is it
It's
a
a
manual?
four-
Yes, Tim, it's manual.
So it's a gearbox, not a transmission.
It's a transaxle.
Okay.
Right. You know, we're always talking about batteries not keeping up with demand and stuff and electric cars.
Uh-huh.
Well, Basildon, which is our area, is taking ownership of 55 fully electric buses, 100% electric, which is great until they realise they've only got 2 charging points for the whole 55 of them.
Yeah.
The next bus will be here once we've charged it.
Yeah.
Stagecoach have got electric buses in Manchester as well, but they're hybrids, and they literally only use the electric motors while they're in a bus station. As soon as they get out onto the road, it switches to the petrol and diesel engine.
Diesel, huh?
Well, that's because hybrid, like over here, hybrid cars, once you get over like 20 miles an hour, the motor kicks in anyway. So how often are you really cruising under 20 miles an hour, even in the city? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't end up actually using the electric that much.
Mm.
I will give it about a week before they start catching fire.
The real question is, how many more weeks is it going to take Don to finish
To finish what?
the buggy?
The buggy's never going to be finished.
Oh, you're going
It's
to
a
play
project.
that story.
Yeah, it's his
So the
midlife
question
crisis
is, how
buggy.
many more weeks until it's back on the road?
It's like an FPV thing.
Yeah,
Correct.
I got you.
You want to know how long until I get it back on the road?
Sure.
I'd say 3 weeks tops. Only if I run into issues when I go to rewire the dash when I put it in.
Only if he doesn't appear on any other live shows in the meantime.
Yeah, that does take some of my time.
Like I said, it's his midlife crisis buggy, so it's a never-ending project.
Yeah,
Well, it's his
this buggy will never
timeline.
be finished.
So what are you charging yourself if you don't hit your timeline? You know, generally most contracts there's a
Penalty.
there's a penalty if you don't hit the timeline. So what's your penalty if you don't hit your timeline?
Oh, that would be a good thing. That I would have to. There are apps where you join with friends and to keep a habit going, like say going to a gym or doing anything really. But I think going to the gym is a good example, where you sign up with your friends, and if you don't make your target of going to the gym, you have to pay your friends $10 or whatever amount you set.
Yeah,
and it's a way of
Interesting.
it's a way of holding you accountable with cash.
The problem with that is you'd pay yourself the $10 just so that you could turn around and put the $10 back in the buggy.
Right. That's why the app is you pay your friends the $10 if you don't make it to the gym. So if I knew that I was going to have to pay out $20 or so to Justin, oh, that would be even worse than just having to give up $20.
I'm gonna have to sign up though with that app with Donald. We all put in where he has to pay everybody $10. He'd be out there for the next 3 days till 5 in the morning.
Yeah, this thing will be on the road tomorrow, buddy.
That's way too funny.
Laura? Yeah.
It's all good, Don. It's a good hobby.
Are you using all the existing wiring, or are you going to replace some of it?
Oh, this wiring is such a hodgepodge of horribleness. I thought about redoing the entire wiring harness at one time, but it's going to be such a task that what I've decided to do is I'm going to tackle the front driver side first. Get that wiring harness put together, then do the front passenger side, then go to the back and rewire everything there and put in the parts of a wiring harness, and then finally do the dash to wire up everything at once. So yeah, it's going to get redone, but instead of doing it all at once like I thought I was going to do, I've just kind of come to the conclusion that it'd be probably a little better for my sanity to attack it a little bit at a time. Plus, if I did it all at once, that would mean I'd be keeping it off the road for that much longer.
True.
And if I do it in pieces, I can do it while I drive it, bring it in, replace
replace
a few
bit.
pieces, a few wires at a time, and do that on an evening and
Heck, you
still
could
enjoy
probably-
it. That's the big thing, is I want to be able to enjoy it while I'm fixing it up.
So I guess you won't be buying a brand new wiring harness then.
No, because most of a brand new wiring harness would go to waste. Because I don't have nearly the number of things that a new wiring harness for Volkswagen would cover. Also, this is a shortened pan, so I'd end up with way too much wire at the back because this pan has been shortened.
Oh, that's not the standard size?
No, this bug has been shortened.
Why would anybody shorten a bug?
It ain't
To
much
put
there
a
to short.
dune buggy body on it.
Why not
It's
just
And
make
probably-
the dune buggy body bigger?
It's
it
probably
shortens
a
the,
good-
there are some full-size buggies that you don't have to shorten the pan for. But this thing with the shortened wheelbase, it feels like a little go-kart on the road. It's so much fun.
probably about a foot shorter than standard, isn't it?
It does look like a fun thing to drive though.
Hmm.
Luckily, the weather has not warmed up enough yet that my wife wouldn't want to go to the drive-in because this week they're playing Ghostbusters and Willy Wonka. And I thought it'd be fun to take this over to the drive-in.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll have it done. It'll be warmer and there'll be more movies. But the problem is go to the drive-in. If you the friggin' windshield and roll bar here will be right in the way of the screen. So I'm thinking I might have to pack a couple of ramps and take it to drive-in and ramp up the front end so I can
You'd
look
actually
at the
see
screen through the windscreen.
All of a sudden, Donald just busts out a floor jack at the fucking
So
drive.
that drive-in doesn't have the hills there. A lot of them used to.
It doesn't have the humps. It's all flat for some reason.
That's weird. Yeah, a
I
lot
know.
of them used to have
That
the
was part of
humps.
it is going there and having the
Mhm.
rows that were ramped. This one does not.
Yeah,
Interesting.
especially when you got a big ass truck decides to park in front of you.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
times when we've gone, we will just take lawn chairs and sit out front, which is probably the option. Instead of putting it on ramps and sitting in the car, we'll probably just take lawn chairs in the back of the buggy.
Hmm.
Yeah, our old drive-in used to be flat when I was growing up, and then they added the humps to the. They ended up adding those, and they were really nice too. Like I said, sometimes you'd get there and a fucking big ass truck would decide to, instead of going to the back, it would want to pull in the middle.
Yeah.
Be right in front of you.
Yeah.
Big ass
Asses.
lifted truck.
Did you say you're going to see Wonka or you've seen it?
Seen what?
Wonka.
I have not seen Wonka yet.
I heard it was horrible.
You
but-
may have mixed feelings about it.
My son says it's overall the story is good, but he doesn't like they overused auto-tune, he said. And he also doesn't like that Willy Wonka is just all happy in this one. He's not cynical at all like the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka. And I was like, well, the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka wasn't really cynical. He was putting everybody through a test. He had to act that way. If you look at Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka, at the end, when he finally said, "You did it, Charlie, you passed," and was in the Wonkavator, he wasn't cynical. He was happy.
Then he was happy, yeah.
So,
yeah, but
the clips I've seen, I really like it. Yeah, the few clips I've seen, I enjoy it.
Some of it is a bit even too far-fetched and not in character, but overall it was okay. It was entertaining.
Would you like to take your dune buggy through this place?
Oh, I would love to go to Fingering Hole.
Yeah, but you've got to read the bit underneath.
Gateway to Greater Nobbing? Yeah. There is a place nearby that is going to be one of my first longer trips with this. It's not a long trip, but it's probably about twice as far as I've driven it before. And it's where highways F and U intersect. And so the sign just says FU. So I want to get a picture of me in the buggy in front of the FU sign flipping off the camera. So
yeah, now you can actually put more than 1.5 gallons of gas in the thing.
hey, I could put 3 gallons in at a time before. So
that'd make a good droney.
Yeah, it would be a good droney, except for well, it is right at the intersection of a highway, and that one highway does get a lot of farm traffic. And I'm not sure about, I have not checked to see how the power lines work out.
Mm.
But that's what I was planning on doing, is taking my little drone and using that to get the shot.
Yeah.
So if I can
What-
get more than a still,
I see Matt just posted something over there, Justin. He must have done a bike ride.
Oh, scooter.
Yep. He posted it just a few minutes ago.
should be
Yeah, he usually goes out on his scooter every Sunday.
Isn't it Monday over there right now?
Yes.
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah, he probably
But
did it yesterday.
you know, Matt, it'll take him 24 hours to edit it.
Well, yeah, there is that.
It'll take him 20 hours to get off his bed too.
But yeah, I plan on, I hope to do more videos this spring with this thing. I did a couple last year, but
Well, you're having fun. That's all that matters, Don.
really,
Yep.
I cuss an awful lot for having fun.
Mm.
That gives you the chance to release because you can't cuss at your wife, right?
I would never cuss at my wife. My wife is
There you
awesome.
go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, tell that to the camera guys. Oh my God.
What's
You
that?
know,
Yeah,
when cameras, you want costs? And try to get in the camera world. You know,
Oh gosh, yes.
a new lens, 2,500, unless you want one of the really good ones, and then those are like 10,000 for the
Yeah,
lens.
I have one lens that's $3,000.
Yeah. The camera hobby is massively expensive.
You pick your lenses very carefully because that's where you hold your value with the glass.
Yes.
Plus, you kind of want to stick to one brand, right? Get it like a brand.
Yeah, that
loyalty
is
to one.
until Canon decides for technical reasons to go ahead and revamp their EF mount.
What is that, a bad thing or a good thing?
It's a bad thing because then all your EF mount lenses are no longer functioning. You have to buy an adapter, but they don't have full functionality. Whenever they redo a mount on a camera, they're basically saying, "Yeah, we want you to buy more glass again. We want you to buy more lenses. We're not selling enough lenses."
Yeah.
Kind of like when a DJI makes you buy a new controller for every drone.
Yeah.
All right.
And batteries.
Uh-huh.
And all the accessories.
Jim said I'm a Canon guy. I would never know that from the shit you shoot, but you know.
I am. All of my camera gears, EOS.
He's a Canon guy?
That's what he said, yeah.
Nick Cannon or Diane Cannon?
What's your brand, Canon?
I have a Canon and I also have a Sony, but I use Canon lenses and I'm using an adapter for my Sony camera to use those Canon lenses.
Just remember not to leave it on the side of the road.
Only an idiot would leave their camera on the side of a road.
That's
Wait, is
what
Rob even on the stream?
No, he's not, unfortunately.
Oh, well, then I feel bad. I thought he was on the stream. I was just going to mess with him.
Well, that's why Donald's going on a trip next year, so he can follow Rob around when he needs
I
a new
said it,
camera.
now it just feels like a wasted comment, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it feels like I'm talking behind his back. I don't mind giving people shit when they're around, but I don't like talking about people when they're not around, except for Tim. I'll talk about him when he's not around. But he doesn't really count as people either.
He doesn't count as people.
Jim said he has a T7i. Whatever that is.
Okay, that's a Rebel series, right?
Yeah, that's Rebel.
Yeah, my Canon that I have right now is a that's a C300. So it's probably a decade old, but it was made more for video. Still,
So you
for
go
a
through
year,
my
for a decade old, it still shoots 4K, shoots 10-bit. Really nice camera.
I've got an EOS 500, an EOS 750, an EOS 620, 3 EOS 10Ds, and a 5D.
I think it's a 770 as well. It was a T2i, but I believe that was just a rebrand of the 770, I think.
Donald, you got a little poo on your fingers.
Wet film.
Are there?
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to use 3-ply so your finger don't go through.
And you could say anything you want about
You know-
Tim, because Tim
know who
sits
else
there
said
flipping
that?
the world off.
You know who else? You know who else they said that about? Eeyore. Eeyore, you got a little poo on your finger.
Eeyore.
The donkey and Winnie the Pooh.
I guess you wouldn't have fingers. Let's say
They always
Tim
Piglet,
sits
well-
around and flips the entire YouTube community off every time he turns his camera on.
You don't care.
You don't care. So
Nope.
that means I guess that means you're allowed to talk behind his back because he's already flipped you off.
That's true.
Yep.
It's like Matt. He would never say nothing about Tim without Tim being there.
Yeah, right. I watched replays before.
What's up, Paul?
I'm just having my my dinner, Tim.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking Boston cream pie for dinner.
Ice cream.
I had mine earlier.
Of course, the best thing ever is leaving Tim on your live stream and having him fall asleep.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before.
No, not me. That was hilarious. Hey, you passed out on the live too, Justin, so don't you start.
Yeah, but you were all by yourself when you woke up.
Yeah, oh my God.
He was like, Sean.
Are you eating that properly straight out of the tub, Paul?
No, he's eating a donut. He's not having ice cream.
The question is it Krispy Kreme or Dunkin'?
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons?
Yeah. Yeah, they're starting to sell the Seraphim coffee concentrate at Walmart now. From Tim Hortons.
Heart attacking every donut.
So I said he eats worse than a fucking 19-year-old college student.
Gotta be
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme.
Oh, I should have worn gloves for this because this is a spirit
So
base.
that is caustic.
Get some paint for thinner. Paint
Yeah,
thinner
careful
will take it off.
touching your careful touching the buggy too.
Phosphoric acid in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be careful touching my wiener and touching the buggy.
Poor fisheye. My God.
Fisheye hasn't been out of a box for.
No, he did escape the other day. Remember, he was over at your neighbor's using the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he was dialing in.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hey, Justin, remember we were talking about when people give you gift cards that aren't worth a damn?
Yeah.
They gave me a $50 gift card this year.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah, instead of
Not
a
what you come in
$100
with.
gift card, right? And I already felt it. I knew what it was going to be because I knew who was running it this year. And it's a $50 gift card. I'll show you the name right there.
Shrinkflation.
Keith
Keith
Young
Young.
Steakhouse.
I
It
don't know
costs
what that is,
$70
is it?
for entree there.
Oh yeah, like I said earlier, I hate when somebody's like, "Here's a $5 gift card to
The Roots.
yeah, like
For
Ruth's
something that
Chris or
might just get
Yeah.
you a glass of Coke.
Gift cards in general. It's like, hey, I want to give you money, but I want to tell you where to spend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
well, you can do the Visa gift cards that are like credit
Visa
cards.
gift card would be acceptable, not just
Yeah.
a card to where you want you to go.
This is where they
Like
go,
I-
you know?
Well, like I
And
said,
she-
it's like getting a $5 gift card to Red Lobster. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Well, what they did was, Joe, they went out and they hustled that steakhouse to get a $50 gift card to give to you.
They probably did.
Yep.
You never know.
That's like Sarah's work was giving out gift cards one day, and they were giving them $5 gift cards to Starbucks. I was like, they could at least gave you enough to get a fucking drink, like gave you a $10 one. Yeah.
Well, that'll pay for the empty cup.
Yeah,
I mean-
that place, I don't even think you could, I don't think you could order to go from there either.
Well,
But have to go sit in there, and it's gonna be $25 for a tip, and
I mean, it does pay for a chunk of it, but still, it's like if you're going to give a gift card to somebody, give them enough to where they can actually pay for the meal, the whole meal.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not-
that's why I
not-
liked Outback. When they gave me the Outback, $100 got me 3 meals, because I always bought it to go.
I like
You know,
Outback.
I'm glad I got it, you know, but, you know. Now I'll see what I get tomorrow night from girls, see what they give me. Maybe they'll give me another $50 and I'll be good, you know?
What's up, Lance?
Maybe they had a bargain deal.
But yeah, yeah, I can't. I hate when they do that though. It's like they barely give you enough to even cover anything.
But they had some good food at that banquet tonight. They had shrimp pasta it's called Monica, shrimp pasta Monica. It's the sauce they put, it's got a little cheese in it. And it's a different kind of, it's like not a cheddar cheese, I can't remember what's in it.
Good
But
evening,
it's
Lance
got
Cardina. Said hello to everybody in the chat.
It's got a different taste. They had
It's just
They had
Lance
baked
relax
macaroni,
yourself.
which is redundant. They should have had that, but they had pulled pork and
Attaboy,
chicken
Justin.
chicken strip.
Lance.
So it was pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night they'll have a shrimp pasta, and they'll have either chicken like a chicken Alfredo pasta or a shrimp pasta, and they'll have a big old salad. And the salad's worth going to get just to eat the salad.
That would be Florida, Jim. He's in Florida. I call Lance Shutter Boy.
Mm-hmm. And Lance. Anybody else? Nope.
That picture looked like a po' boy or a smashed sandwich.
Which
I need,
picture?
I need a fishing pole, Mark.
Picture. The picture you sent me.
No, that was a little bun with pulled pork on it with a chicken strip on the side, baked macaroni,
looking at
and
the
then that was
fish.
a shrimp pasta.
Tim, I
Oh,
think you
it's
need
sorta like
thicker
a po'
glass.
boy, but-
You need thicker glasses, Tim. That was not a po' boy.
Well, oh Lord.
Lance, I'm
Right.
doing
Tim
my
doesn't
half.
have a comeback for that.
I like a good shrimp po' boy.
Well, that
What do you
looks
think?
good. That looks good, Don.
Better than the rust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks good. Is it getting into everything the way you wanted it to?
Yep. Now come out, I'll rough it up and put a second coat on,
Mm-hmm.
and then start cutting my
Carpet.
foam.
Yeah, you don't
the
have
padding
to-
goes.
you don't-
I'll cut padding first, then use the
You don't have
padding
to put
for
that-
a. I'm sorry.
You don't have to put it. You don't have to put it on real thick, do you? It's just like a primer anyway, right?
Right. Right. In fact, this first coat is supposed to be a thin coat.
Okay. Yeah, just like Prime. Yeah.
Yep. The second coat, I may put on a little bit thicker.
Yeah, it's definitely Florida, Jim, for sure.
Well, what are you gonna sand it with? What grade paper?
It's sandpaper.
And Dusty, when you
So,
said,
What
When
was
you
it?
said-
3 something grit. You just knock the gloss off of it.
Yeah, yeah.
and Dusty, when you send somebody your address, it's very important you give them what state you're in. Just saying, especially when it's somebody
Really?
out of the country.
Or at least a zip code.
Uh,
Hey, Mark, I'm afraid
Mhm.
my cats would call that dinner.
My cat occasionally sits on the back of the sofa and stares at them.
Yeah, I'm sure. I had a goldfish once. He became breakfast for the cat.
I'll send you some
Uh,
catnip, Rob. I'll send you some catnip.
It has a lid. They can't get at it.
are you sending them the computer, Jim? Is that what you're sending them?
Well, that's
There's,
what it is. I didn't want the computer.
at the moment, there's one goldfish, 2 shabunkins, and a oh, damn, I've forgotten what it is, but it's a barb.
And you said you think you have a suckerfish in there, but you can't remember if it's still alive or not.
Somewhat. Well, it's not that I can't remember. You just don't often see it because it hides well. There is a Placost, or there was or is actually 2 different types of Placostomus in there.
Is that what they call Playcodes over there?
A Plecky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My cats have an open war with the squirrels.
Have mineral spirit.
The squirrel will literally climb off the roof and halfway down the side of the pool cage to have a standoff with my cats.
My cat
Oh,
has
cool.
an open war with everything.
It's because you've got it from Pet Cemetery.
Turpentine.
If my dog sees a squirrel in the cherry tree outside patio doors, he will or she will whine to get out, and then she just hares full pelt about 20 feet and stands there and barks at it.
The squirrels like running up and down the fence on top of the fence, and Tyson barks at them, chases them.
Cat would have got it.
The best thing was when that fucking squirrel ran down the fence line and it had a full piece of pizza and it fucking dropped it in the yard and fucking Bo ate it. I don't know where the fuck this thing got a piece of pizza from, but it had a full size piece of pizza and was running along the top of the fence, and Bo went at it and scared the shit out of it and it dropped the pizza. And now I'm sitting out there and I'm trying to run over to Bo to get the pizza, and he ended up fucking swallowing it whole before I could get to him.
Yeah.
I guess he was hungry for
Bonus
pizza.
for Bo. Bonus for Bo.
that was the funniest shit I ever saw, dude. Was that fucking squirrel running with the whole piece of pizza?
And that's one of Precious's favourite foods, pizza. Pizzas and burgers she loves.
Be bigger than the damn squirrel.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna jump off. You guys have a good evening.
Okay, Rod,
All
take
right.
care, buddy.
Good night, Rod.
Later.
See you, Rod.
Well, that's the thing, is the squirrel was barely like, the thing was struggling dragging this pizza, and Bo ran up to the fence and barked at it, and it scared the shit out of it, and he dropped it.
Yeah, Justin.
Well, that's
No prices on the menu.
No prices on what?
On
The menu. That's how you know it's expensive.
It's expensive.
I already know it's expensive.
Never go anywhere that doesn't tell you how much it costs.
I don't think
no.
places that don't put a dollar sign, they just put the number. It's like, all right, you've got some artsy fartsy design guy to do your menu. It's going to be expensive.
At least you're not gonna die.
Oh, Lord help me.
Yeah. You're not a hamster. Come on.
barked at I'll cook at home.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's one of their steaks on the site.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
that's a $75 dinner right there.
That's a little filet. It's probably 50, 60 bucks just for that.
I wonder what a tomahawk would be. Fuck me dead.
I wouldn't even want to know.
It used to be fun going into a restaurant in Italy and you look down the menu and you see the price and it's 75,000 lira.
The fuck?
That was about
That's $2 American.
About
$2
£5.
American.
There was 2,200 lira to the pound.
Jeez.
All steaks are served a la carte, and then the toppings, they got a list of toppings. That probably costs more. If you want a
Jeez.
side, like anything, like a baked potato, cauliflower, french
Steak
fries,
salad.
anything, that's gonna cost you another 15, 20 bucks.
Just look at the reviews when people are like, went in there, spent my whole paycheck. Then you'll know.
Well, you know, my son,
Yeah.
Justin went there just recently with his girlfriend, and I think they spent 240 bucks.
Jesus
Just the
Christ.
two of them,
The two of them.
but they also had about 4 drinks.
Joe's gonna go in there with a $70 gift card. Can I get a French fry, please?
$50 gift card.
Want to order a French fries?
Shit, I'm gonna get the kids menu. What you talking about?
A place like
They
that
got it.
probably doesn't have a kids menu.
Yeah, it's got a kids menu. Tenderloin tips with French fries. There you go.
For a $50 gift card, you can have their sympathy.
Yeah.
Don,
say I
you're
want-
probably right.
One shrimp, one French fry, and a piece of cauliflower, please.
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that could use a gift card. I'd give it to them. You know,
They're already gonna look down on you for using a gift card coming in there.
Give it
yeah.
Justin.
The wait's just gonna be like, obviously, I'm not getting tipped.
240.
Don't worry.
Yeah, that's
We'll
a
see what gift card you get tomorrow. Might be for the same place. Never know.
yeah, probably not.
Just go in and get a bowl of soup.
So soup's $42, and that's tomato soup.
he comes in there to pay with his. He comes in there to pay with his gift card. We got another broke ass.
I gotta go say, well, look at his card and see if he's gonna tip us.
Hey, do they serve anything like a gumbo there? Or?
Shot glass worth of. Hey,
They got
More
they,
into
got-
the-
they, got, they got New Orleans barbecue shrimp.
finish.
Uh,
I hate to see
onion
how
rings
much
probably
that.
15 bucks.
And that's crazy.
Crab cakes, French onion soup, and soup of the day. That's what they got.
Make your own damn crab cakes at
I
home.
do like French onion soup.
I make my own.
You got mayonnaise. You got mayonnaise and some celery. Yeah, very good.
There's a steakhouse and they got about 20 other entrees like redfish. Oh, yeah, steakhouse. You ain't getting nothing else.
Yeah, just go in there and be like, I'd like the lowest cut beef you have, please.
This will tell you right here. On the desserts, they don't have ice cream. They got sorbet.
I poured it on top of here.
Sorbet, huh?
Oh God!
Yeah,
they
I
got
like
sorbet.
the gas tank.
There's no milk in sorbet. It's just frozen juice.
Bread
Oh, is
pudding
that
with warm whiskey sauce.
That's
Like
Donald's
sugar.
better half right there.
Creme brulee.
Yep. There's Donald's Donald's lady.
How'd she like it?
He come over and
No.
put us on mute.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear us talking dirty to her with the buggy.
I can put you in back here and rock you. They don't call it a dicky seat for nothing.
I
Nah,
hope she can't hear it.
I hope so neither. How you doing? Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah, you might as well just go for the 2-ounce steak, Joe.
They don't have a 2 ounce.
1 ounce. The 1 ounce, you mean? Fuck.
Can I get an appetizer, please?
They got an 8 ounce.
Table 12's leftovers.
Yeah, just ask for the table 12's leftovers.
Just one slice of Philly steak.
Ground
Get a
beef.
can of, get a
And if
can
you
of
want fries with that, you
applesauce.
must do the washing up.
Yep.
Can
It's
of
like
applesauce.
Ruth's. If you go to Ruth's Chris house, you should have the money to not worry about what the price is gonna be. Same thing here.
He's
Who
gonna
has a
wait till
budget
somebody
like that?
no, he's gonna wait till somebody comes out with their to-go bag and be like, I'll trade you a $70 gift card.
$50 gift card. It wasn't even
$50,
$70.
Yeah,
not 70.
okay.
Yeah, damn.
For a doggy bag. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take your half-eaten steak.
Again, I'm glad they gave me something. But if there would have been 100, I would have at least said that was at least maybe, you know?
What you got
You at
there
least
is
got
enough
2
for
tables
gristle.
leftovers.
You got enough for gristle on the plate.
Oh, I forgot the other thing. You gotta have a jacket on eating there.
Oh, jacket, sport coat.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
required.
God. And a tie.
No,
And a tie, I would imagine.
no tie. Just gotta have a jacket.
Fuck
They
that.
got
I haven't worn one of them.
Galatoirs in the French Quarter. If you
Actually,
don't have a jacket, they've got them, and the guy will walk up to you and they'll say, "You're 42," and they'll grab one and put it right on you.
I haven't
gotta
worn
have
a
a jacket
jacket
on.
like that for
T-shirt
dinner
underneath it, but you gotta have a
since I was-
jacket on.
since I was like
You got to
25.
keep the jacket on while you're eating as well.
Yeah, it's Galatoirs.
Fuck that.
I hate eating in a jacket.
And when you're drinking your drink, you have to put your pinky out and all that good stuff. Like,
Put my pinky out.
Mm.
Put your napkin on your lap. Put your napkin on your lap.
Yep.
Get off.
oh, you can
Okay,
take
talking
Cool
about
Cat.
laps.
You can take Cool Cat with you. He'll tell you how to do a proper restaurant.
Yeah.
Talking about laps. I had to be really professional today over at the banquet. It was at a place called like a Top Golf. It was a virtual golf place.
Yeah.
And we had half of the place was all like a set up for a banquet for us with the food and everything. And when I walked in there, I looked up and I saw 3 girls walking with real short skirts on. Come to find out
Yeah,
that's
you
their
doing-
uniform. It's like a little tennis skirt, like a little tennis skirt. And they're in it. They're all serving alcohol, so they're in their 20s, right? And then the assistant manager comes up, and she's got a pair of painted on what you call it, latex. And these were, I mean, you can see everything. And I was saying, I want to take a picture. I want to take a picture. I really want to take a picture, but I can't do it. I can't sneak one here. I know I can't.
That looks even
Man,
creepier when you do that.
I know
Yeah,
that's why.
right.
And then when we shot the pictures for the banquet, we were outside and they were inside. So damn, at least get around them so I could look like I'm taking the picture of the kids and I'll take a picture of them, you know. But I'm
How
telling
you
you,
doing?
I was thinking I can't come back here.
Not with your heart condition.
I thought the girls looked good at walk-ons. That's why I used to go sit there with my daughter worked there.
So
I
not
sat
with
at the
Joe's
bar.
heart condition.
Well, that kid killed me.
You're gonna take 2
I tell you
nitro
what.
pills.
All I'm
Yeah,
telling
right.
you is this: that assistant manager, I let her kill me. I said, I could not believe, and I didn't even realize that place was there.
He
It just
takes the
opened
women
just
out with
recently.
how many pills he's gonna have to take. Yeah, she's 1 nitrous. She might be 3. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, there you go. You fucking
I
got
wonder
the
what
vibe.
happens if I mix a nitro with the Viagra.
They died.
I mean, the women's high school golf and the women's college golf, and even quite a lot of the women's professional golfers, the skirts they wear, they might as well not wear. They're more like belts than skirts.
You're right.
They're called headbands.
Headbands. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly where my head's gonna be.
That's why they called it.
All I know, God, don't they were pretty over there. I even got a to-go plate tonight. They had so much food left over. They said they brought out to-go boxes and said, take the food, we paid for it, you know? So
Mm.
I've got half of a box full of that pasta with shrimp and the other half with about 4 chicken strips in it. So I'm gonna actually freeze it and eat it later in the week because tomorrow I'm gonna go out again.
And bring back some more. Yeah.
So tomorrow night I won't get any more. That won't happen.
Thought you
Now,
said it
what's
was-
what's tomorrow
thought you said
night's
it was
thing?
girls tomorrow night.
It's
They
the
don't
girls
eat as much.
basketball.
Girls basketball tomorrow night. What was
Today was boys.
boys? Okay.
Girls don't eat as much as the boys. There should be more
You
left
wanna bet?
tomorrow.
You want to bet? And like today, one of the guys, Nate Shepard and Sipe Shepard, Chauncey, and I can't remember who the other one was. They went in the line. I was sitting by the line. They got 4 plates. And I'm not talking little plates. The plates that I sent the picture of, 4 plates like that.
Wow.
The girls, they'll eat 2 or 3 plates. I've seen them. And tomorrow night, if Hannah eats 2 plates, I'm gonna say, you've been through the line 4 times, girl.
Well, do they eat different stuff like salads more than the girls, or no?
No. These guys were eating every pot. They were putting like Nate. He had 2 scoops of the pasta with the shrimp, 2 scoops of the This is on the first plate that I saw. 2 scoops of the baked macaroni. He had 2 of the sliders with the barbecue beef. Then he threw like 4 chicken strips on the top.
Wow.
And I've seen him come through with plates like that 4 times.
4 times. Wow.
Yeah. And they're nothing but muscle, these guys. Yeah, he's a junior. He'll play half the year next year. He'll play football next year. As soon as football season's over with, he's going straight into college because they want him up there next year so he can start the following year. They get a red shirt. They're not going to redshirt him. They're going to start him. He's that good.
So Joe, which credit card are you when you go to that restaurant? Are you going to take out a line of credit?
All right, Joey, I'm not going. I will not go there.
You're like, do you have an in-store credit card?
Yeah. I don't have a plan on. I'm gonna find out they got a lunch menu and a dinner menu, so lunch should be cheaper. I'm gonna find out if they have a to-go menu.
They don't do takeout or no?
Probably DoorDash, but that'll cost another $30.
Yeah, see if they're on Uber Eats.
And they probably do one of those because I'm looking at the top. They're top rated, Diner's Choice, Best of New Orleans Gamut, Award of Excellence. So that already tells you. Yeah, it's like now they got looks like a ribeye po' boy. I didn't see it on the menu. Whenever you see like 4 scallops with all the little garnish all over the top of them, you know it's too much.
So, how much is their po' boy?
There's no prices.
No prices on
Yeah.
the menu.
It's a rich boy.
It's a rich boy.
There's nothing cool about it. I don't even see it on the menu.
He's going to walk in. He's going to turn around.
Oh, they
go,
do have it.
Too expensive. And as he walks out, they go, that's $50, mate.
Yeah.
Just charge them from coming in the door.
Mm.
$50
Well,
for him
this
to
is
open the door for him.
Well, if you got a steak sandwich and you add provolone cheese, it's $1.50 more for that. They put that on there. If you put sauteed onions, it's $1.50 more for that. So for onions and cheese, that's $3.
Yeah, they don't tell you the sandwich is 46.
You're right. They got now. You see, if you can get it to go, and like the steakhouse burger was like $15, I'd be all right. But you know it's going to be $48.50. You know.
Well,
Just
you could
put it
always
after the peasants
go in and
menu.
get 20 portions of onions.
Have you looked up any reviews online to see what people say about their price?
Well, I know my son's been there, and he's like been there
Oh.
recently. So I'm gonna
Okay.
ask him when I see him. I'll say, how much for one of the burgers there? Or like I think he had the filet when he went. We'll look and see what it was.
Well, that's the thing. If
Yeah.
they don't have the menus on the internet, they probably don't even have the prices on the menus in the restaurant.
Oh, I
Either.
guarantee it.
That's like I said when we went to Roost Chris, they didn't have prices on anything. It was just they expect you have the money. They just assume you have the money to buy it.
Okay.
Here you go.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go
All right.
try
Yes,
and
sir, Donald.
clean this up. Tomorrow night I'm wearing gloves, so I don't make this work. But
You got poop on your finger.
I know it's just. I only have to wait for I think 2 more hours for it to fully cure.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Mhm. Get that washed
Joe,
off quick.
Joe, can't you call him?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'll think about it tomorrow.
I'm gonna go,
They-
guys.
Takeaway.
I'll catch you all
Yeah,
later.
Okay,
See you later.
David, get a good night's sleep, buddy.
Yeah, don't worry, I will. And don't forget, I won't be on tomorrow because of Errol's funeral.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Catch you later, guys.
All the
Yeah.
best. All the best to you guys.
Cheers, mate.
Later.
Mhm.
Hey, you get broiled redfish topped with jumbo crab meat and fresh basil served with green beans. That's no price.
You know it's going to be expensive when you see the plate of food and they drizzle like oil around in little dots and make fucking.
Yeah, you ought to see all
Oh yeah.
the stuff.
They come out and they do the fresh Parmesan.
Hardly
Yeah.
any
The grinder.
food. Yeah. Hardly any food and lots of decoration.
Do they have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah, that's true, Mark. Yeah, when it's really not that much food and then half the plate's just decoration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate
Nouveau
places like that.
cuisine. Mm.
I call that a
Yeah,
pot shop.
They have steaks for lunch, but they have po' boys and burgers at lunch where they don't have it at nighttime. You see that the bourbon barbecue burger sounds like it would be real good.
I'd assume they would do takeout. I mean,
You should. Give them a call and ask them. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that somewhere that requires you to have a jacket on to walk through the door, don't do takeout.
Yeah, well, they probably do delivery, but they deliver in a Rolls Royce.
You probably have to have a Porsche or a BMW or Mercedes just to park in their parking lot.
That's what I said when we went to Roost Chris, man. It's like, dude, you could pull up there in a brand new Honda Civic and you'd still feel like a piece of shit. Fucking $200,000, $300,000 Ferraris and shit in the parking lot.
What do you say? I'm going to Keith's Steakhouse. I got to go stop and wash my car first.
Mm.
Yeah, dude.
Got to wash the car first.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's when the valet driver, when you hand him your keys, they're like,
Puts on a pair of gloves.
yeah.
They put a
Right.
glove on to collect your.
Yeah, they have the white gloves on.
Yeah.
They double put gloves on like surgical gloves.
Mhm. Hold on for a second.
Then they walk out there with a can of deodorizer and spray your car.
Yeah.
Put one of them paper sheets down on the what's it?
On the seat, yeah.
On the seat. Yeah.
Bring a hanky out the fucking stick shift.
That was so.
Nah, Jim, if you've seen Roost Chris, you know what I was talking about, man. That place is crazy expensive. Like I said, we went there that one night. They probably spent over 10 grand.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like, since we weren't paying for it, they were like, just order whatever you want. So they didn't even give a shit. So of course, I got the biggest steak they had on the menu and all the free drinks. And I mean, when you're offered that kind of open menu, you just go with it, right? You don't just get a basic house salad, right? You get the most expensive shit on the menu.
Yep.
You didn't make it a surf and turf and tell them I put a lobster on top of it.
Oh, dude, no, they brought out these fucking like big ass like appetizer platters with like what was it? For like calamari and all that shit on it. Like they had, yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. And their
I remember
calamari
when I
was
was
really
younger.
good.
I remember when I was younger, my parents used to go to places like that, and they went to this one seafood place. You picked the lobster. It was still alive in the tank, and you picked which one you wanted.
Mm.
That was crazy. That was, yeah. My mom and
Well,
dad always went to expensive places.
well, Jim, this place is like really high end, and they have like they're well known for their like cuts of beef and all that. And they rented out a private dining area, and it's a dining room that's separate, and it has like these big double doors to go inside of it, and there's a big long table that fits like 30 people at it. And yeah, it was really nice.
So Uber Eats says that ordering from them, they'll give you $15 off your first order.
But it was
So
a
that tells you right there.
it was a doctor that took us all out to eat. Yeah, went 3 different times. And it was yeah, it was some really good food. But yeah, there's like a spending limit and all that stuff in order, like when you rent out the dining area and all that. But yeah, they had to spend so much and all that. Yeah. It's the one we went to, I think, was in Orlando. Ruth's Chris. They're all, I think they're all over the country, but they're very far and few in between, but they're really high end steakhouse. But yeah, like they're supposedly they only carry like the top 1% of cuts. Like they have to be like the best cuts of meat and steaks and stuff. But honestly, that place though, the portions weren't bad at all. Like the plates were dressed up, but like everything was really good portions. You didn't feel like it was like, you didn't feel like kind of like Mark said, where it was less food and more dressed up. It wasn't so much like that. And no, surprisingly, there wasn't a dress code there. Because I think I wore just a black polo shirt and some khakis, and they didn't say anything to me. So, but it definitely is like a high class fine dining for sure. But yeah, they didn't have a dress code, surprisingly. But of course, most of the people that were in there were dressed up. I mean, like I said, a lot of people were driving $200,000 cars. So.
Sarah said it definitely wouldn't be on her meal request.
No, she said it would definitely be on my last meal request.
Oh.
Like I said, it didn't matter to me, Jim. We weren't paying for it. Bringing in popping corks off $200 bottles of wine and shit. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Have you seen the cost of food at even Walmart, Dusty? It's almost about the same to fucking cook at home than it is to eat out anymore. It used to be a big difference, but even buying food at Walmart's expensive now.
Yeah, it's real expensive.
Like it's almost it's almost a point of it's better to go out to eat just for the convenience factor of not having to cook. At this point, before it used to be a big difference. Like it was way cheaper to cook at home than to eat out, but now it seems like it's more kind of even and balanced out. I wore pants, not a dress, Jim. Oh, that's true. You can't eat naked at home for sure.
Don't
As long
fry
as you're
bacon naked.
careful.
Do I?
Don't fry bacon naked
Oh yeah,
or grits. Don't do
definitely
grits.
get some splatters on your balls, and yeah, that doesn't feel good. Not like hot grease right on your crotch.
Oh, I tell you what, I get pissed when I'm doing grits and a piece of it will jump up and hit my finger, and it'll get right between the fingers, where you can't get it fast, and then it leaves a blister. God darn it! Like it aims for between your fingers.
That's what I said. Now it's almost as expensive to eat at home, so it's like almost a convenience factor now just to go out and eat, and then you don't have to fucking cook it.
Yep.
Not here.
You
It's
get the
still
right-
cheaper
No
to-
electric costs. You don't have to wash up. Oh, you still have to wash up. But
Still cheaper here. You should see the restaurants over here. You talk about fine dining. I think every damn restaurant is fine dining. Posh. Very posh. Rich motherfuckers over here.
You know, I
Nah,
gotta
dude.
quit worrying about what I wish for, because I always wish to. I've been saying I need to go to Keith's and try the steaks over there. Now I got a freaking gift card for it.
Now you gotta go. Or
Oh,
tell your
that's
son, or tell your son you'll sell it to him for $35 cash. You'll give him the gift card.
I'll do that. So I'll give it to you for 35.
Yeah.
He'll give it to me because he don't
Just
care.
make sure you take $100 with you. If you do go.
It'll
You
take
know,
more than
there's actually some pawn shops that will buy gift cards from you. They only give you half of what it's worth though. So if it's like, or it's like so if it's like $50, they'll only give you 25. But and there's also online companies too that will actually purchase gift cards from you.
I put it on Facebook Marketplace for 40. What
There
do
you
think?
go. Put it on Marketplace.
The guy that I watch on YouTube, the Craigslist Hunter, he owns a pawn shop, I think in Chicago. And he actually buys gift cards from people. And he does half of whatever the gift card is. If it's 50, he'll give you 25 cash for it.
And then he turns around and sells them for 50.
I don't know what he does with them. He probably keeps them for himself, to be honest with you. Because any which way you're making out. I mean, if you gave me $100 gift card to Walmart and I gave you $50 for it, I'm gonna make out when I go to Walmart to use it, right? So it's like a free $50 right there.
Yep.
Who's on right now?
Wedge and Big.
Wedge and Big?
Yeah, he's about halfway over anyway. He only goes for an hour.
Oh, okay.
He's got another 20, 30 minutes and he'll be done.
Then Uncle Bill, right?
Yeah, he don't go
Yeah,
on until
that's
10 though.
like-
He don't go on for another 2.5 hours.
Okay.
time is it now? Oh, yeah, 20 past midnight.
Isn't it 8 o'clock back there? 8:22. Where you're at, Justin?
Yeah, it's 8:22.
So that's
So I
an
said
hour and a
he-
half from now.
Well, Joe, you're on Eastern, you're Central time zone, right?
I'm-
Oh
I'm
yeah, hour
simple.
and a half. Yeah, you're right.
So it's 7:23.
Yep, it's midnight 23 here.
Yeah, Dusty, public subs, they're pretty good. I don't really think they're better than any of the other sub places, but they're good. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. I think they're definitely good and they're worth the money, but I don't think they're really any better than any other place. Just my opinion. The one thing good about Publix is they got really good customer service. That's the only really good thing about Publix. Their prices on groceries are fucking horrendous if you have a family. Don't shop there. You go in there and spend $800 and come out with 2 grocery bags. And they sell the same exact shit as Walmart does. You know, all their vegetables and all that shit are from the same exact companies that deliver to Walmart every morning. The only reason people give Walmart's vegetables a bad rap is because if you don't get to Walmart first thing in the morning and get your vegetables, by the end of the day, so many people have gone through Walmart because of the high traffic and have touched them and everything that they get fucked up halfway through the day and then they look like shit by the end of the day. And so people are always like, oh, their vegetables suck. No, they don't. If you go to Publix and you look at the brands when they're pulling their produce off their produce truck, it's the same shit that Walmart sells. Same companies, same shit, everything. But people will go to Publix just to spend an extra $2 on a fucking bell pepper just because. And Dusty said, Tim, stop working so hard.
Easiest job I had yet.
See, I don't mind Subway, dude. Everybody gives Subway such shit, and I don't really think Subway's not bad. I don't know why they get so much shit from people. Yeah, see, I shop at Walmart, Dusty. Having a family, it's way cheaper.
Don't you have a Sam's Club there? That'll probably be cheaper for you.
Not really for me because Sam's Club is about 30, 40 miles away. So it's not really worth the extra trip and gas and all that.
You
Well, I'm saying it'll be cheaper for you because it's in bulk. You can go for like months. That's what my mom used to do. Go for like months.
Aldi's, yeah, we have an Aldi's here, but
Yeah,
it's
we do
very
too.
small. It's super small. It's still not, that's not where you would want to go if you're shopping for a family. Walmart's definitely the place to go to.
We got big ass Aldi's here.
No, ours are super small. They're tiny. I could walk through that whole store in like 2 minutes. Or Walmart, I could spend an hour just walking up and down 5 aisles out of the 30 aisles in the grocery section.
You just got to make sure you bring your own bags.
Yeah. Or you bring boxes, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have boxes there.
Yeah, they do. They'll have the
At Sam's
people
Club, they
bring-
got that great big rack up front full of boxes.
Yeah, you just grab them, yeah.
Yeah. I went to Sam Clubs off my mother's card. I used to bulk up for like 2 months at a time.
Aldi's is the only place you can go where the cashiers are allowed to sit down too.
Yeah.
Self-checkout at Aldi now too.
Their cashiers are allowed to sit while they're checking out, where everywhere else they have to stand.
Yeah.
But they get good pay though. Aldi's pays very well. But
Only store that's staying cashier too. No self-serve there.
oh no, ours have the Aldi's here have self-checkouts now too.
We don't.
No self checkout on Aldi here.
Even Publix, the one place I thought would never have self-checkouts, even they're doing them now. Because Publix is the only grocery store left anymore around here that actually has bag boys still, that actually bag your groceries at the end of the cash register and walk them out to your car and put them in your car and everything
Oh,
for
they
you.
walk them out to your car?
Yeah, everybody else has gotten rid of bag boys, but Publix still has them.
Wow.
They were the ones I thought would never get self-checkouts, but even they've moved to self-checkouts. Almost every place has. Even all the gas stations now have self-checkouts too.
Well, they have to have it some way that COVID gets spread quicker.
Mm.
So people are fucking getting it.
Well, hell. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm about to jump off here anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll catch y'all later.
Hey, everybody, we'll see you again tomorrow. Tim, don't work too hard.
See y'all later.
We'll see ya. Bye-bye.